Friday, for sure, for sure. So what are we doing? Here we go. All right, saying hi to everybody. Oh, you even warmed it in the microwave? He's a keeper, folks. Monica Deaver is in the house. Monica, what is happening today? How is Monica's life today? What is going on with Monica? Sweet Briar is here. Yay, Sarah. ThatVintageStore.com is here. Welcome in. And what else we got? Groovy Grabs is here. Yay. TGIF. Tomorrow is garage sailing day, so you don't worry, don't shatter. Or I love Fridays. Missed last Saturday. That was so weird to not go garage sailing. Oh, Sweet Briar, I'm so happy to see you. That makes me very happy. All right. It's telling me to do things. There we go. We've done things. Yes, it is. Girl, you have more energy than I could possibly conjure up. Okay, the problem is it's like this all the time, though. It is never a dull moment at the Holden home. It is quite busy, for sure. Joanne, what is good? Sarah's got a question. Shoot, what you got? What do you got? What you got? What you got? And welcoming in all of our people that are watching this on the tubes that are Ubes. If you guys are watching this on the replay, thank you. And feel free to ask any questions. If I know the answer, I will tell you. And if I don't know the answer, I will say, I don't know the answer to that. And we'll move along because that's how we roll. Okay, so what do we got going on today? Two things. So number one, we got to ship. We're going to be shipping eBay, Poshmark, Depop, and Mercari today. I don't think we have any Grailed, and I don't think we have any WN. So that's what we're doing for the first part of this. Then after we do that, we are going to be doing some photographing of hard goods today. So we did clothes yesterday. Today I'm going to be doing like more box stuff. I've got some Halloween stuff. I still need to get up because I'm just going to put it on FB, I think. And then I've got, some vintage model kits, puzzles, workout things, Christmas stuff. It's just like a smorgasbordy buffet of random stuff I have picked up at garage and yard sales this season, or even perhaps last year, that's been sitting in boxes in my garage. So Monica, good. Monica is good. Monica is working her 7 to 7 job. Woo! Whoa, Sweet Briar. Sweet Briar with the heart puff run. I love it. Hoping to learn some new things about reselling. Fantastic. I hope you learned some new things too. Thrift store just sent 50% off. Whole store, should I? Yeah. Absolutely. Just go in with a time frame and a budget. That's what I always say with going to the thrift store. Make sure you're making at least double, triple, quad back in profit for sure. What else do we got here? Did I miss anything? Is it just me, or do you have different color hair every day? Love the colors. Manimal, it changes a lot. So I usually do a new color like every 6 weeks. Something right in there. So we did blue at the beginning of September. Before that, it was pink and purple, I think. I lose track. So I don't know what I'm going to do next. I just kind of like see what I feel like doing at the time. It's like I look in my color cabinet and I'm like, what you think are we doing today? And I just pick something. So have you found that over time and with consistency, you've gotten faster at taking photos? Mischievous Mal. Yes. I was so slow. Start to finish, no exaggeration. Start to finish. From the time it would take me to take the first photo to get the item listed, and I wasn't even really cross-listing at the beginning, the entire process for one item was over an hour. So I'd get 3 items up, and it would take me 3 hours or more, and I would be like, I can't believe I'm not getting more up, because I was watching my son do it. He was so much faster because he'd been doing it longer. And he's like, Mom, you'll get faster. You just got to be patient. And I'm like, okay, I believe in the compound effect, so I trust the process. And it's true. I mean, when I'm on with you guys, I'm a little slower photographing because I'm answering questions. We're kind of hanging out. But when I do my photographing and my listing and stuff, when I'm not on with you guys, it is like bam, 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 bam. So quick, just because practice makes perfect, right? Yeah, fun. God bless you too, mischievous Mal. Blended Oasis, what is good? Happy to see you guys. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So this week, I haven't sold a whole heck of a lot of stuff in the last week and a half. So last week was a little slower for me, I think, because Smile Mazon had a PRIME days. And then also with the weather situation. So those two things last week really made it tough for sales. Yeah, and Posh changing their entire fee structure. So all of those things basically came in like an 8-day time period. And I definitely noticed it with my sales last week. Now, this week's been a little bit better. However, y'all know I got super sick and I was literally out of commission for 2 days on the weekends. I didn't list anything. So my booty got fully out of the algorithms. And I could tell by how many offers my auto posture was sending out. I could just tell by the sales, questions, comments, thoughts, ideas, all those things I usually get from people. I wasn't getting as much. So if you ever need to know if the algorithms are true, it's definitely true. That being said, we still have a good amount of sales today. I'm just used to shipping out on Fridays around 20 items. I don't think we hit that mark today, but we're going to find out together because I have no idea. Justin pulls all of the stuff from our inventory room. So it's always a surprise to me to see what it is that we will be shipping out. Okay, so we're going to start with eBay. We always start with eBay. And the reason we start with eBay is why? Because we don't want to cancel anything on eBay in case I've accidentally sold something somewhere else and my software didn't catch it or things sold really close together or something. I always want to make sure I'm not canceling anything on eBay because eBay will give you dings and those dings will lower the how much your stuff is pushed out through search engines. So very, very important that you you always ship eBay first. So let's get started there. Okay, first thing we've got is a pair of pants here. Let's unload our stuff. All right. So it looks like we've got a pair of cinch jeans. These always sell for me. I wouldn't say that they're really huge money makers, but they're steady money makers. It reminds me kind of Levi's, where I'm probably going to get anywhere between like $18 to $30 for a pair, depending on the condition, the cut, so on and so forth. I got these for $1 at a garage sale a couple weekends ago. So it's a little pair of cinch jeans. Not a super great size, but it does meet the metric I like, which is to have a smaller waist, longer legs, meaning these are a 32, 36. They've actually shrunk a lot, up to a 31, 33. So that still meets the metric though. The length is still longer than the waist. And that is what you want to really look for in jeans. So if you're outsourcing and you're at a thrift store, you're at a garage sale or something like that, and you've got a choice between all these pants, and let's just say they're all the same brand, just to make it easy. You got 5 pairs of Levi's there, and you only have enough money to get 2 pairs. Okay, you're like, all right, I can do 2, but I can't do all 6 of these. So when you're looking at them, of course, the cut's going to make a difference. You want things that are like 517 boot cuts are great. Anything with a button fly. So you always want to take that in consideration. But the other thing you really want to take in consideration is sizing. So typically pants shrink so much that a lot of times what happens is men that wear let's say like a 34, 34, pants will shrink up to be a 33, 32. And that's just an odd size. Not a lot of people fit that, right? So you really want to look for stuff that's just a little bit smaller sizing on the waist, but longer legs. What I mean by that is 34, 36 is great. 33, 34 is great. 36, 36 is good. Or 36, 40, if you can find those, that'd be pretty wild. Now, once you get above a 36 or 38 in waist, you start getting into the 40s. It doesn't matter quite as much. It's nice to have the long length, like if you're into big and tall, but anytime you can find those little bit smaller waist, longer cut, they'll always sell a little bit easier for you. Blended, hello, I am doing fantastic. I feel 1,000% better than I did last Friday. So thank you for asking. Thanks so much. That's really candid and hopeful. Absolutely. Of course. I'm sorry you were saying, yeah. Oh, vintage, you were too? Was it like the bronchial thing? Oh, look, I was playing he had Jack's got this little toy chickie, little squeaker. We were playing with that. It's like little Jack hairs. Suzanne, what is going on? Ascension is here. Okay. Yes. So let's get started with these. So I got these for $1 at a garage sale. They sold for $16 over on the eBays. And these are headed to, let's take a look and see where these are going. So these are going to, these are going 1 hour from my house. So it will definitely be inexpensive shipping. Now, I always pad my shipping a little bit. So on jeans, I always charge $8.50. $8.50 across the board. That's what I always charge. It might be different where you are. Everyone is different depending on what state you're in. For me, in South Texas, I can ship, either East Coast, West Coast. I'm kind of in the center. So for me, $8.50 is great because it doesn't usually cost me $8.50 unless I'm shipping to like the very tip of Washington or like northern Maine or something. It might eat all that $8.50 up. Otherwise, it usually doesn't. And so it allows me to have my shipping padded a little bit so that I can, make a little money on my shipping. I don't even so much think of it as that. I think of it more as covering my costs. So I am a garage sale girl. Most of my sourcing, 99.999% of my sourcing comes from garage sales. And so for me, my cost of goods, my COG, you'll see that a lot in reselling. My cost of goods is so wickedly low that I can pick up tons and tons of stuff. And even if it sells for $5 more than what someone else is selling it for, or $5 more than, or $5 less than what I wanted, less, not more, then I'm cool with it. So for instance, I'll give you an idea on this. I padded my shipping. My shipping is probably going to be like $6 something. Let me get to that screen and then I'll walk through kind of how I do this. Cause I've gotten a couple messages. Oh, we did a cute little thank you card, of course. And then this person's getting a donut, which makes me want a donut really, really bad. It kind of almost looks like a donut with like craft singles or something on that. Spencer, what's going on? Okay, so this is going, Spencer's, these pants are going to Lockhart. All right, we're gonna go ahead and just fold that over. All right, so anything that's over $1, I always ship in pirate ship. Why do I do that? I have found, because pirate ship's an outside shipping source, think of it like stamps.com, kind of same situation. What they do is they buy giant metric cubic spaces in like USPS's shipping freights or UPS, SurePost. So they're buying like a large section out. So they are able to offer us these at a discount, not as big of a discount as they get. So that's how they make their money. But because of that, my shipping for me personally, now this is different for everyone, but my shipping when I ship stuff out is 100% of the time less expensive for me to ship it through pirate ship if I am shipping anything over £1. If it is under £1, it doesn't make a difference. It's exactly the same. But if it's over a £1, always different. So these are going to Sammy in Lockhart, Texas. And we're going to go ahead and get these on the scale. Now, what's cool about pirate ship too is they allow you to choose this section called envelope, padded envelope, poly bag, soft pack, or box in a bag. It just helps you to not have to put the height in. And because you don't have to put the height in, it also goes into like a cubic metric fee structure. I don't know what to call it. And because of that, you also save money that way. So I'll give you an instance here of what I mean. So these are 1 pound, 12 ounces. When in doubt, round it out. I always round up a little bit just in case, my scale's off or the postal person accidentally touches their finger to the package and makes it a little higher in weight. So I'm going to give you guys an idea of the difference in the fees. So these are only costing me $5.59 to ship. UPS Ground Saver, which is also, it's kind of like Ground Advantage on USPS. So UPS Ground Saver, $5.59 is what it's costing me to do this. So I'm going to buy this label and then we'll get it printed out. And then I'll let you know what it was going to cost had we done this on just straight up eBay shipping. I already said this, but I'm going to say it again. This is not for everyone. It depends on the state you're in. When I was in Washington, it didn't really make a difference. In fact, when I lived in Washington, 99.9% of the time, I was shipping stuff through priority mail because it was less expensive for me to do that. So if you're shipping jeans and you live in like northern United States or you know, the very, very tip of Florida, or maybe the end of California, if you're shipping, you know, way cross, it might be less expensive for you to use priority, the carrier packaging. So that's important to check too if you're doing your own shipping. Now, if you're doing calculated shipping, this doesn't pertain to you. I don't do calculated shipping because I like to pad my shipping a little bit to cover my costs. And then also, I got burned on calculated shipping quite a few times. So I just avoid it. Okay. Had we shipped these over in eBay with the same size, with the same everything, it would have cost, let's take a look here. We'll get the exactness here. And I will tell you what it would have cost. It would have cost $6.50. So we saved the 68 cents by doing this. That's worth $1 to me. I mean, I think so anyways. So total profit on this, we spent $1 on the pants. They paid $8.50 in shipping. We only paid $5.59. So we made $3 on the shipping. That covers my original cost of $1. That also covers basically my eBay fee. So it looks like we will have made about $15.85 in profit on this one item. So that is, I think that's pretty good. Not bad for a pair of pants I didn't have to wash, and I got them up and listed pretty gosh darn quick. Now, like we talked about a few minutes ago, if you're new and you're like, yeah, but man, that takes me like an hour to get those ones up. That's only like $15 an hour. That's not very good. Well, yeah, you just started. You're like what is the first thing you do at a restaurant? Like you're like the bus boy. You're the bus boy right now. You're, you know, doing the dishes. You haven't made it to prep cook. You're not a sous chef. You don't manage the place yet. That's just what you're going to get. All right, let's get these in our UPS bag and moving right along. All right, next thing I got this actually quite a while ago. So this is an interesting one. This is a 1998 Toby Keith Get You Some. It's got like the embroidered signature on the back here. This is called for those of you that don't know, this is called a strap back. This is also called like a dad core hat as well. And it's new. It's never been used. It even has like the old tartan sticker on here. So this was definitely something I held out on. I had 2 of these. One was not new and it sold for like, I think $23. This one sold for $33. I got this for 50 cents. So very, very excited about that. I love those kind of sales. Those make me very, very happy. Now, I've done my hats in different ways. If I have the kind of hat where I know the person's going to be really, really picky, and what I mean by that is if it is like a brand new sports hat, super flat bill, I mean, we're talking like crisp, I will put it in a box because I don't want things to get ruined, you know. If I've got something like this that's more of a dad core hat, meaning it's more like pliable and flexible, then what I do is I put it together in the back. I put a little bit of paper back here just to kind of retain the shape. And then I'll wrap it in paper and just kind of stuff it around to help it keep its shape. So you can box all of these hats if you want. It fits in like a 7x7x6. They usually fit in. Here's the thing. In my experience, it just elevates the shipping price. And it doesn't really change the hat situation, like as far as like how nicely the hat gets there. There's always exceptions to the rule. Like I said, let's say that I have like a vintage Atlanta Falcons, new era, first release, you know, it's like a $60 or $70 hat or $100 hat or something. I'm probably going to do it. I'm probably going to take the time and I'm going to go through and do the box and everything, but you don't need it for stuff like that. In my opinion, anyways, everybody is different, but that's what I think. All right. So we're going to do cute little rainbow here. And then the other thing I like to do with my hats, you guys know I'm a big saran wrapper. I love these huge bulk rolls of saran. If you guys ask questions, I'll go ahead and see them in a second here. But I love these big, huge bulk sarans. You can get it on the Smile Amazon store. I got mine on Black Friday and got like tons of rolls. It should be in the old Big Dinketer and the YOE. If you're trying to find some. But I like doing this for stuff because it just keeps it like together. So what I do is I'll wrap it twice around and then I'll spin it and then wrap it the other direction. And it just keeps it like together. I do this with shoes because I don't usually box shoes. I usually just put them in, wrap them, and then polybag them unless they're over $100. If they're over $100, they get a box, unless they came in a box. But by doing it like this, you can tell this hat literally, it's not going anywhere. This hat's not going anywhere. It's staying together. I don't have to worry about it getting damaged or anything like that. And then just because this was brand new, I think I might just toss just a tiny bit of our free forever. I'm going to have so much of this. It's going to last me my lifetime. Stuff on the outside here. Here's the other thing I learned. So if you're a newer reseller, tell me if you are not new and you were ever guilty of this, or if you are new and perhaps you're currently guilty of this. We have this thing in our minds where we feel like the package has to look beautiful and everything has to be just absolutely perfect. Now, is there a time for that? Yeah. If I'm selling you a dead stock Coach bag, you better bet I'm going to wrap that up real nice. It's going to look like super cute, right? But I think we have a tendency to like overthink the trying to make something beautiful versus just making it practical. It doesn't need to look perfect, guys. You are not wrapping a Christmas present for your long lost best friend that you haven't seen in 20 years. You are selling someone online a Toby Keith hat that you got on a garage sale that was laying on the ground. So it does not need to be perfect, function over form for sure. So that's going in. That's how I do my hats. That thing is nice and protected. It's probably better protected than you would get from the Smile Amazon store. Okay, this is going to be under £1. So obviously we're going to go ahead and just do this right in the old E to the Bay. So yeah, I got this for 50 cents, sold it for 33. They paid $6.90 for shipping, which I know it's not going to be that, but like I said, I like to pad my shipping a little bit. So we've got 5 ounces and we've got 9 by 9 by 3. And then let's see what they're going to pay. So we're going to pay $4.55 for shipping. They paid $6.90. So not only have I covered my 50-cent investment, but I have pretty much, I think, completely covered my eBay fee on that, minus maybe 10 cents or something. So, everyone feels how they're going to feel about padding shipping. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. So, I mean, that is your cost. That is your time. I got to get up at 4:30 in the morning and drive my booty to the garage sale to find you your Toby Keith hat. So you're paying an extra buck, and that's just the way it's going to be. Now, if you want to get up at 4:30 in the morning and drive and find your own Toby Keith hat and pay 50 cents for it, you can. But time is money, right? Just like when I order here, our delivery company is called Favor. When I order something from them, if I'm ordering some pad thai, I'm going to spend $4 to get that extra buck to me, because you know what? I'm not taking the time to go get it. So that is a handling fee right there. All right, so this is going Ground Advantage. So this is going into our post office bag. All right, I'm going to scroll up and see a little bit of what we missed here. Southern, I am so stinking insanely happy for you. That barn, your new office, your new warehouse storage thing looks amazing. If you guys haven't gone over and seen Southern Treasure's new post, she did a video. She's been working on this for like 2 years. It's so cool and it's so inspirational. It just goes to show how important like the compound effect is and how important like patience is and the penny a day in a jar, because it all stacks up and eventually you're going to have your dream come true. So I am so stinking happy for you. It makes me so happy. So yes. Vintage, still hack it. Yeah. I still, like, I did a video this morning. You guys probably saw it. And my voice kind of changed a little bit. And I was like, oh, no. We already went through that. I'm not doing that again. I'm doing great, Southern. Thank you. Courtney says, yeah, guilty. I mean, the perfectionist in us wants to make things perfect, right? I like to think more effort put into what's in the package instead of how the package looks. Yes, exactly. It looks amazing. Yes, Mac, it does look amazing. Oh, thank you. You inspire me as well. All right. Let's see. I think that's actually it. I think we only had two eBays today. All right. Let's head over to Posh here. Miraculously, we did have a sale on Posh, so that's exciting. I am very happy that Posh is listening to the community and they are readjusting whatever it is they're readjusting. None of us, I don't think, really know what's going to happen, but they need to adjust something because, I mean, one Posh sale in 2.5, almost 3 days. I don't know about that. That feels a little suspicious to me. And a lot of it is, I mean, I've gotten so many messages from people that are like, hey, can you take, people asking me, can you take the $3.90 fee off? I don't need buyer protection. I'm like, hey, I got nothing to do with that. Not only do I have nothing to do with that, but they're charging you and me that. So if you're unhappy with that, make sure you let Poshmark know. And I've been telling that to all my customers because the squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? All right, next thing we got here, cute little watermelon going in. These are 3 pair of button fly Hollister shorts. Weird time of year to be selling these, but I got them at a garage sale. I got each of these for, I think, 50 cents or 75 cents each. So they were all exactly the same short, exactly the same sizing, almost the same measurements. I did have all 3 measurements in there for all 3 pairs because the blue ones I think were the biggest. Of course, restriction, of course. So I put all 3 of them up, and they wound up selling for $20 as the lot. Nothing crazy, but I paid what? I mean, maybe $2.50 for all of these. So after all of the fees and all of the things and all of the stuff, probably end up making like, let's see what these ridiculous fees are going to be. Okay, so after my cost of goods, after everything, we will have made about $13.50 on these. So nothing crazy, but $13.50 is $13.50. I photographed them all at the same time, so it didn't take me extra time to do all 3 items. And this person gets 3 pairs of shorts. Now, if this was June, I probably could have gotten close to $30 for these, but we are definitely at the end of the season for like any sort of like shorts situation. Not to mention that this time of year, you're really only selling shorts to people that are like going on vacation overseas, or they're like me and they live, in the South where it's hot all the time. Otherwise, seasonal stuff. So I did 2 pairs of shorts yesterday. We photographed and I got them listed. The rest of my shorts, unless I come across jorts or something really baggy, I'll probably pack them away. I started packing away some Hawaiian shirts I came across because I'd rather just put them up at the, in March probably, because I think I'll be able to get like $5 to maybe even $10 more for them, because right now all my Hawaiian shirts are getting sold to people that are, again, going overseas or going on cruises. If you have shorts up for sale right now and you have Hawaiian shirts up for sale, don't take them down. Just go in and edit your descriptions. So in your descriptions, put in there, like for your keywords, you can put cruise, Eastern vacation, winter vacation, Bahamas. I mean, you can put like other things in your description, because someone that's searching for those kind of things can be like, oh man, I don't have any shorts for the cruise, and there's no shorts in any of the stores right now. This goes for bathing suits too. So they're going to type in like shorts for a cruise, shorts for winter vacation, shorts. Like they're going to like think of a thing that you would type in if you were in their position, and then use those keywords in your descriptions and edit them. That's what I've been doing, is just going through and editing all my summer stuff like that, because I don't want to take it down. There's no point in taking it down. But there's nothing wrong with altering it. Like I also went through, and some of my dress shirts that look like something you'd wear to like a Christmas party, I put in holiday party, Christmas party, New Year's 2025, just put in all those little things, and it can help to have your item stand out more than anyone else's. All right, these are going to Nathan in North Carolina. It is not a shirt, so we cannot twist it around our head like a helicopter. However, it's still going there. All right, and then another little trick you can do on your Poshmarky bags is tape down the ends, right? And use your label to seal that middle section. Save yourself a little bit of tape. Okay, this is going post office. So back there. That is our only Poshmark item today, which I'm not surprised about. I mean, I've sent out a lot of offers, but by the time people get to that end, yeah. So just this morning, so since 1 a.m. this morning, I've already sent 9 offers out on Posh. But I mean, the likelihood, law of 20% says that's not even 20%. So it's not like a full sale, but still it's like, we all know why. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to move over to Depop here, and let's take a look and see what we got over there. What did I miss? Did I miss anything? Southern says, might do a short live later on. I'm over the moon excited. It's so cool. I'm so proud of you. Nerd Girl, what is up? Can you tell me the name of the hair color brand again? I lost it. No worries, Courtney. It's called Pulp Riot. So Pulpriot. Pulp, just like the pulp of a fruit. And then Riot. Like, we predict a riot. We predict a riot. There, hopefully that'll help you remember it. Green Thrifty is here. Kaylee is here. Okay, what do we got? Let's get this refreshed and see what we sold on the old D to the pop. All right, first thing we've got on Depop is a bag. And I was hoping that this was going to be worth a little bit more than it was. So this is a Y2K Vicky Seki's bag. It's got the Angels models and stuff in the inside. There was just a lot of them for sale. There was way more of these up than I expected. And then this one also has a part missing. So that definitely kind of brings it down a little bit. However, I got this basically free because I was at a yard sale. It's where I got all those vintage 80s like cowgirl pants and all that. I don't know if anybody remembers that from a few weeks ago. And I didn't have anything to carry it in. I saw this bag last minute, and she basically just gave me this because I was buying like a ton of clothes from her. So maybe I paid a quarter or something, but nothing really huge. So we're gonna get this wrapped up. Now, one thing I like to do with bags, especially anything that has kind of like that patent leather situation to it, because anything that's patent leather or like that shiny plastic like this, it will stick to itself and it will peel itself off. So what you want to do is you want to take something like, you can use paper is fine. You guys know I got this free, so I just use this. And I put it in between. So I'll show you what I mean here in a second, because I want to get this as small as I can because I don't want to have to pay, a ton for shipping. So what I did is I sandwiched that inside of here. So it's the bottom isn't touching the middle and the middle isn't touching the top. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this around, and then I'm going to use one more piece of foam to go around it. Now, if you don't want to use foam, you can do the exact same thing with just paper. Can somebody tell me how I lose my scissors every 1.5 seconds? It's like an actual situation. If I didn't think that I would get myself in the leg, I'd put these on a scissoring lanyard situation. Unfortunately, knowing me, it would end up not a good situation. Not a good situation. It would not be a good situation. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this around. Now, if I thought it wouldn't bust this bag up, I would fold this again to make this not quite so long. But I know that I can't. I know that it'll break it up. Yeah, we're not going to end up under a pound, but that's okay. I'm sure I pre-planned in my shipping price for that. And then I'm just going to kind of tape down a little bit of the edges here. Got it. My green is a stick. I used an Ion. Oh, an Ion brand with the bleach blonde here. Yeah, so Courtney, couple things. I'm just never been a fan of Ion, to be honest with you. So Pulp Riot is really great. It's a little different than the other lines because it goes on your hair when your hair is dry. So you want to make sure your hair is fresh shampooed, not conditioned. And then it goes on dry. You got to put a pretty good amount, pretty generous. Get it on really well, and then you can kind of go through and work it through. Then what you're going to do is you're going to leave, put like a processing cap on. So like a, shower cappy thing. Leave that on for about, 15, 20 minutes. Then take it off and let it just be in the air in the environment. It doesn't need to be under heat or anything like that. Just let it be in the environment for like, maybe like, I usually do around 30 to 40 minutes. And then you want to rinse it out with the coolest water you can handle because that'll close the outside cuticle layer down. The outside of your hair kind of looks like the scales on a fish, which you may or may not know that. So it'll close that down. So rinse with cool water and then condition and rinse with cool water. And then you can't shampoo for 3 days. So you don't want to shampoo that day, the next day. I usually don't do the next day. You can if you want, but then the day after. And then, of course, when you do wash your hair, you want to make sure you're using a really good color safe shampoo. The one that I use that I like the most is either the Joico K-Pack Color Therapy, or I use the Verb, V-E-R-B Color Safe line. I did use the Pulp Riot shampoo and conditioner for a little while. I wasn't the biggest fan. And you guys know I'm just going to always tell you if I really like something or if I really don't. So I can't fudge on that stuff. So for me, it was like, the price the price of the shampoo, it's not as good as the color line. So it was like, meh. However, they have a knock your socks off amazing shine spray. Like if you guys look at my hair, see how shiny it is? This stuff is bleach. I change the color every 6 weeks. Like this stuff, my hair should be trashed. But because I use that shine spray by Pulp Riot, I think it's just called like Shine Mist or something like that. It keeps my hair like crazy shiny. So that's my color knowledge for y'all for the day. You're welcome. Thank you. Definitely not about reselling. I'd appreciate it. Hey, you know what? We talk a little bit about reselling. We talk a little bit about doing hair. I mean, why not, right? So I'm just putting this in a bag and then putting it over. And then I'm going to use a one size down bag and go over the top to cover the edges. I hope that helps out. So, yeah, it's definitely my favorite. I think I've used every bright color line that's ever been. I used to be really big into, there was a line a long time ago called Fudge. I was actually one of the very first models to ever have that applied on my hair. I was at a hair show in 1998. Whoa, cooked. She's old. And I used that for a very, very long time. But this Pulp Riot just lasts longer than any one I've ever used. And it doesn't have any compound or metallic dyes in it. So you don't have to worry about it counteracting with the bleach or anything like that. So, all right. Okay, so here we've got that bag. Like I said, if I thought that this wouldn't destroy this bag, I would have just folded this in two. But it's not worth, trashing someone's thing just to save me $2 or something. Okay, so let's see. They paid, we might end up eating it on the shipping a little bit. I think I probably was thinking I could fold this when I did the shipping. So they paid $6.99. This is going to California. We are going to see. We're going to see what happens here. I definitely did not pad it enough. So this is going to Tanya in California. And let's get this measured. Now, you cannot claim this is just a poly bag. You do need to claim this as box or rigid packaging because it can't fold or move. Oh, man, we're hitting that 22 mark, too. Well, at least it wasn't 23. 23 is the magic number. Keep your packages under 23. Never go above 23. So 22 by 8 by 2. Ooh, guys. I'm nervous on this one. 22 by 8 by 2. This is probably like 1/6 or something. We're gonna call it 1/7. And let's see. I'm a little apprehensive on this one, kids. Let's see what we got. So they paid $6.99. We are going to pay. Whoa, not that. That was we just must have put in all the wrong specs. Because that would have been $32. So that's not correct. That's hilarious. Okay. That is 100% not correct. I probably put 320 or something. All right. Paste. And then let's take a look here. Yeah. Oh, that's what happened. That's what happened. All right. So we're going to do 21 by, what did we say? 8 by 2. Yeah, I put in that the height was 28 inches. So, nope. All right. Let's see what we got now. Ooh, I hope we don't eat it on this. $2. We ate $2 on this, kids. Man, so when I listed this, I know exactly what I was thinking. I was like, oh, it's a bag. With these bags, I always fold them over, but I just wasn't taking into consideration, oh, right, this is a patent leather. I can't fold it. So we're going to eat $2 on this, but that's okay because you know what? It didn't really cost me anything. So I don't feel too weird about that. All right, let's get that copy to clipboard. We're going to print the label and then move and right along. So this is going to go UPS Sure Post, which means it has to go to UPS, not USPS. Do not take your UPSs to USPS because they will say you're a naughty puppy and they will not deliver your thing or they will charge you. Okay, let's get that over there and then we'll see what we made in profit. It's probably not going to be a whole heck of a lot on that. Okay, so mark as shipped, shipping provider. Man, I slept like wonky. Anybody else sleep weird last night? I slept wonky on my shoulder and it's like, ugh. I've also been doing an excessive amount of listing, trying to make up for the days that I didn't list. Okay, so after all is said and done, they paid $11 for the bag. They paid $6.99 for shipping. My Depop payment fee was $108 for a total of $16.96. We spent 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 8. Didn't really cost us anything. So we made about $8 on it. Not what I would have liked to have made. What I should have done for the shipping on this was the same thing I do for all bags that are that long, which is do $10.80. But I didn't because I didn't think about it. But that's okay. We didn't lose money. We didn't lose money, and that's all that matters. Okay. Next thing we've got here is a pair of shoes. I knew these were going to sell fast because of the keywords I used on these. So these are a super cute little pair of Damsco. Yes, I checked them for dry rot. We do the check, squeeze, squeeze. Nothing's there, in great condition. Also on these, make sure you're checking this. How does the Velcro hold up? Can you hold them in your hands with the Velcro and not have it open? I had to actually do a return for a lady recently on a pair of Cobb Hill, which is a brand by New Balance. I had to refund her because I had not done I forgot to do this test and they got returned. And when I went to look at it, it definitely wasn't, the Velcro wasn't hooking anymore. So do twisting, it's okay to be a little rough on your item because it's better to be rough on it than to send it to somebody. And then, I ate $6 on shipping on that. So good morning. Good morning. Paula, what is good? Hi, guys. Lavatica's Closet. Hello. And Sassy. Happy to see you. I like Sassy. Sassy's fun. And welcome to you guys. I see you over on the old Tubies. It's Ubies too. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Questions, comments, thoughts, ideas are always welcome there. Okay, let's get these wrapped up. So here's what I do for shoes. What's my rule? $100. These did not meet the $100 threshold. So they are not going into a box. However, we are going to wrap these very nicely. So first things first, I'm going to get just a little bit of paper and I'm going to stuff the shoe so that it retains its shape. Same thing they do at a store. So you're just going to kind of stuff the shoe. You can do this with kind of anything you want. I always just do packing paper. That works the best for me. I get all of my packing paper usually from Smile Amazon. I think there might be a link dinkety in my bio for the stuff that I buy. For this kind of stuff, what I suggest you do is if you find it and you like it, add it to your cart and set an alert so that you know when it goes on sale. So what I do is with mine is I wait until there's like, it goes on like a discount or something. And then I will get like, 3 packs of it or something, because you basically get like a whole pack for free if you do it at that time. So that's what I would suggest doing if you want to get packing paper. Now, I know there's a lot of people that have said that they get theirs from like Lowe's and Home Depot. What I'm trying to remember, I think it was I think it might have been CT or Arizona. I can't remember, that was getting theirs from was it my Dollar Store or Michael's or something. For me, the price per sheet is the least expensive if I get it on Amazon when there's a sale. That is just seems to be the time to get it for me. Okay, so we're going to get our foam out here. We're going to do our foam trick that we always do. And I do what's called the triangle fold, or so I have named it, the triangle fold. So I'm going to take my sheet here. I'm going to take one corner and the other corner. I'm going to lay it down. And then I'm going to put my shoe down. I'm going to go ahead and just go down just a little bit so you guys can see this. Hopefully that stays there. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take the shoe and I'm going to wrap it wrong way. I'm going to go this way. And I'm going to wrap it once so that it looks like this, so that the bottom of the shoe is against me. Then I'm going to take the other shoe and I'm going to put it the same, like the opposite direction. So the same way that you'd see it like in a store if you were like, buying a pair of shoes. So I'm going to wrap that there like that. Then I'm going to bring this over and then I'm going to fasten it. Now, the reason I do it like this is for a couple reasons. So one, these shoes are not touching each other. If you look inside of here, there is a space in between the shoes because otherwise they're going to rub together and you're going to end up with marks. Now, if you're shipping in a box, you still want to make sure that you're separating them. I just don't believe in shipping stuff like this in a box. So that's just me. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip these over. I'm going to take and fold this over this way. And I'm going to put the wrapping down here. And I'm going to put the wrapping down here. Now, what this has created is this has created an extra buffer layer right here. Then I'm going to flip these over. And I'm going to do the exact same thing the other direction. So now there is a buffer. I wrap my toys the exact same way. So now if you look, there's actually 1 layer, 2 layer, 3 layers together. And that's going to ensure that your items stay really nice. I have shipped literally probably 500 pairs of shoes this way easily because I sell a lot of shoes. So that is how I've always done it. That's what works. Then what I'm going to do is take a drink of coffee. Justin was nice enough to warm that up for me. And as usual, it is now cold again because that's the life I live. I need like a coffee warmer pad or something. Okay, then we're going to take our saran wrap and we're going to do our saran wrap trick. So we're going to go over, we're going to tuck. We're going to bring this up, down. Then I'm going to bring it up again. I'm going to turn it to create like a twist. And then I'm going to go over the other way. Now, why am I doing this and not in a box? Number one, metrically or measurement wise, this is going to be way smaller than if I had done it any other way. So cute little sticker here. We're just going to tuck that right in there. So this is going to be way smaller than a box, but it is super protected. So then I always just take a little bit of tape down any of the little plastic wrap. And this way, when the person gets it, they also feel like they're opening up a brand new pair of shoes. So sometimes it's not always about making it pretty, but it is about creating a feeling, right? There's nothing better than getting a package and ripping it open and it feels new. Those are not going anywhere. That is a very sturdy item. So I hope that helped you out there. a little bit. Okay, so then we're going to get these into a bag. Let's take a look and see. I don't think they'll fit in that size, but I know that they'll fit in this size. And I do this same exact method for every pair of shoes I sell. Again, if they're over $100, they go in a box. Or if they've already come in a box, then they're obviously getting shipped in that box. So I used to, when I first started doing this, I would always put my shoes in boxes. The problem is that it would cost so much for the buyer. Like I'd have to charge like $10.90 to ship a pair of shoes because it was just it cost me that much to get them in a box and everything like that. So I do them like that. If you do it in a box, there is no shame in your game. There's nothing wrong with it. No judgy here. This is just how I have found that I like to do it. It's just like that. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and copy this. We're going to take and bring it right over to the old pirate ship. And we're going to ship something out immediately. All right. We're going to paste our address in here. And where are these going? So these are going to Ashland in Oregon. That is the exact name and exact state I expected these to get sold in. So some of our keywords for this would have been cottagecore, flowercore. You know what is even easier is if I read them to you. However, I don't have my glasses, so this may get interesting. And we're about to find out. Hey, honey. Jess, can you hear me, baby? Are you this side of the house? I need glasses. I don't have any eyeballs. Okay, so let's take a look here and see. And the answer is I have no idea where they are, as usual. Oh, you found him? That's why he's the man right there. Oh, I left him in your office? That's so funny. Okay, so I'm going to read to you guys the keywords that are in this one, just so you can get an idea of why these sold. And these sold so fast. There was a ton of other pairs of these for sale, too. Ready? Cottagecore, cottage. Prairie core, farm core, log and look, which means layered. Granny core, minimalist, precious, grandma, work, business, casual, fall, cozy, cabin core, farm, prairie. So I know that's a lot of things, but there is nothing wrong with putting those keywords in, because anybody that was looking for anything within those different aesthetics that type that in, these are the shoes that got popped up into their space. So Jen, what is going on? What size is the bag you use for shoes? These ones here are 19 by 14.5. The next size down, though, also fits a lot of shoes. It just wasn't going to fit these ones. And that's the 15 by 12s. So I do 3 different sizes. I do 9 by 12s for shirts and just small items. I do 12 by 15 for pants and jackets, which is this one. I do, and most shoes. I do 19 by 14.5. You can see how much extra space there was on this one. But I do that for larger coats, small blankets. And then I've got a couple really big jumbo ones, the 24 by 24s. I use those very infrequently, though, just mainly for like big bundle deals, large plush, things like that. Working a day job, listening on my breaks. Hey, I get that. I did that at the beginning too. So I was working a 40-hour plus when I first started doing this, for sure. As a 50-year-old, I have no idea what any of those words are. Adsman, I'm 47. If I can learn them, you can learn them. I promise. It's just a matter of it's just a matter of learning them, right? It's just a matter of figuring it out. I literally have spent the amount of time I've spent Googling trendy aesthetics, popular aesthetics. What aesthetic is popular right now? And then looking through in the images and then learning what they are. I have probably put, guys, I am not going to exaggerate here. I have probably put 2,000 or 3,000 hours into coming up with keywords. No joke. I've spent so much time on it trying to learn it. So, and I know, I need to get them down. I will do this. I actually had intention to do this week. And then now that I got sick last week, I feel so behind in my listing stuff that's what I've been working on. So what's the name of the paper you use? You got them for free. Oh, the foam. I got this from a guy in town. It was a industrial place that puts lettering on road signs. The signs come wrapped in that, and then they put the letters on. I would suggest you guys go to some of the industrial parks around during the daytime, probably with a friend, but go and ask some of the people that work there, like, hey, I'm a local business and I'm looking for any sort of recycling shipping materials you guys aren't using. You can get bubble wrap, you can get foam wrap. I got like 40 rolls of this stuff. I think I have like probably 20 rolls or something left for free, because they don't, otherwise they just junk it. They dump it. They don't need it. They're not using it again. So don't be embarrassed to go ask. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. There's nothing. I'd rather ask than pass it up and then constantly lay in bed thinking, oh man, I wish I would have gone and asked about that. Wow, I would have guessed you were in your 30s. Adsman, new favorite person on the stream today. We got a new favorite person on the stream. Thank you. I appreciate it. Where do you put the keywords on eBay? The very bottom of my description. Oh, Salvi, you should be getting some lunch squeaks here pretty soon. They had a little bit of a late breakfast. They didn't actually bug me until like 8:30 this morning for breakfast. Normally they're up at 7, but we were all up kind of late. I mean, I literally I watched Hustle in Arizona and Bearded Thrifters TikTok last night, and then I continued to list for like an hour and a half after that. So I don't think I went to bed till like close to 1, which for Charity is absolutely insane. Charity in her 20s, normal. Not in my 20s. 1 a.m. is like past my bedtime for sure. Keywords is not my strong suit. Thanks for the reminder to focus there. Absolutely. Just think of it this way, guys. Any words that you can type in your description that you think other people might be typing, those are all things that people are typing in. And in the search engines, the AI and all the little smart robots behind the scenes are picking up on those, and they'll show your listing first. He or she who puts in the best keywords will win. That is just the way it is. When do you use keywords? Do you use hashtags? I don't put hashtags in front of any of my items. So this is my process. I use Vendoo. Vendoo is a cross-listing software. It's my favorite. Whoa, that's so weird. You cannot make that up. I literally said Vendoo, and then I just got a notice from them because I'd asked them a question. Did you guys hear that little bloop? That was Vendoo. That was really weird. Vendoo and I are like this. Vendoo actually shared one of my posts the other day too. I was like, what is going on? Anyways, I digress. So I use something called Vendoo. So what I do is I put everything in eBay, and eBay isn't really a hashtag centric platform. They go off of 3 places. They search for words in the title, description, and specifics. I'm telling you, they're messaging me. So they search in those 3 places. So when I load stuff into eBay, I'm not putting any hashtags in. Now, when I upload it into Vendoo, where I cross-list, Vendoo automatically puts my keywords that I type in and puts it in the correct ways on the different sites. And here's what I mean. So when it puts stuff into Poshmark, there's a keyword area, and it'll automatically turn it into hashtags for me on Poshmark. Same thing with Depop and Grailed. So Depop I think it's 8 hashtags go in. Poshmark is 3. Grailed is 10. And it just automatically puts those in the correct places, so I don't have to think about it. So as long as I type them in my description and then I put them in to the correct spaces when I'm cross-listing, I don't ever have to worry about it. I hope that makes sense. Coley, I'm driving to work. I went garage selling first. Of course, I had no garage sales here in our area this morning. Don't usually on Fridays. It's interesting. Would you put keywords in the description on Poshmark? Yeah, my keywords are always, I'll just show you guys this listing, for instance. So this is those shoes. My keywords are always in there, but then you'll notice at the bottom that there are some hashtags. Well, those are the actual ones I put in to Vendoo to put in to Depop. And I know that probably doesn't make a lot of sense. If you had Vendoo, you'd get it. If you don't have Vendoo, it's probably weird to understand, but it just helps save me like an insane amount of time. I don't have to do any of it then. And if you want to see what Vendoo is, I think there's like a 30% off sale right now. If you go to my link Dinketer in my bio YOE, there's a little thing that says, try Vendoo or Vendoo discount or something like that. Click on it and go over, because I know that they're running a special right now. You might even get like a week free or something. I can't remember, but I love it. I know a lot of people use auto posture, and I don't think there's anything wrong with auto posture. I think auto posture is great too. I think it just depends on how your brain works. The way that Vendu is set up is how I work. So for me, it just makes sense. So you're welcome, Groovy. Wait, where did you find those? Alexandria, where did I find where? Our garage sale started on Wednesday, Thursday here in Minnesota. I hate that. Oh, that's so weird. Oh my gosh, I've never seen a garage sale on a Wednesday or Thursday. That's wild. Why? That's so weird. Vicky, why? What is the reason for that? That's interesting. Okay, we're moving along. We're digressing. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? All right, this is boxer rigid packaging. What is our length on this? We've got 11 by 8 by probably 3. So 11 by 8 by 3. And these are 1 pound, 14 ounces, kept it under the 2. That's what I'm talking about. And then let's get our rates on that. My neighbor has a garage sale on Monday and Tuesday. Tam, is that one of those people that just has, like, I call them like the chronic garage sale, where the person just has a garage sale all the time because they're either like extreme coupon clippers, or they're just like people that are just like keep stuff in their yard and then just continuously try to sell it. We've got one down the street. It's like a place that's constantly trying to sell furniture, but they market it as a garage sale. The first like 3 times the sign tricked me, and then I started realizing what was going on. Okay, so let's see. We paid, what did we pay for that? We paid $8.22 for this label, and Oregon's pretty far from me, so that's one of those places that I definitely, it always is like $1 more than other places. However, you know, I always adjust my pricing thinking about that, unless it's a Victoria's Secrets bag apparently, and then I accidentally eat it. So we're going to go ahead and copy this tracking number. We're going to put this over into Depop, and let's take a look and see what they paid. So they paid $8.90 for shipping. So totally covered my shipping. I think I paid $2 for these. I want to say it was $2. I've bought and sold so many shoes now. Sometimes it's hard to remember. So after all the shipping, let's see, that's 38. So we made about $36 in profit on these. Not bad. And they were so stinking clean. When I got them, I barely had to do anything. I just treated them the outside with a little of the Wyman's leather cleaner, which is like my favorite leather cleaner to use. And that was it. I mean, they were like in really good condition. Okay, so this is going UPS. It's going to be hopping today, baby. All right, next thing we've got, nice to see Depop pick it up again here. Next thing we've got on Depop is a shirt. Super cool shirt too. So this is a little button up with like just a really neat pattern. Oh, I said that right. I have a hard time with that word. Really neat pattern on the outside. Ooh, I did it twice. Yes. Girl's on fire today, baby. And I got this for, I know I bought this for $1 because I know the exact sale I got this one at. And this one says Summer Camp, Love, Live, Camp. That's going to go in here. Now, whenever I've got something that's kind of what I always think of as like a tender material, wool, cashmere, viscose, bamboo, silk, rayon, anything where I'm just worried that the sticker residue could potentially affect the item, I will just put it on the outside of the bag, and then I just tape it down. Just in case. It may be fine, but I just, you know, I would hate to sell something and then have someone be like, wow, it sure was in great condition. There was a giant sticker on it. We all know what happens when we leave like garage sale stickers and stuff on. Also, when you're doing these, try to get these as small as you can. You'll usually get them down to 8 by 8 by 1, which will definitely help with your shipping. So we're going to take in all of my Depop shipping. I 100% do in the old Pirates of the Caribbean. I mean, pirate ship, silly. So we're going to paste this here. This is going to Will in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania it is. I've never been to Pennsylvania. Who's been to Pennsylvania? Is it nice? What's it like? What is Pennsylvania like? Okay, and this is 7 ounces. And then, oops, nope, not 7 pounds. Just kidding. Just kidding. Not 7 pounds. Just kidding. Not 7 pounds. Just caught it. Just caught it. All right, 7 ounces, not 7 pounds. All right, let's see what we got. Yeah, Pennsylvania. I imagine it's got to be kind of cold there right now. Is that a true statement or is that an untrue statement? I did not catch that in time. There we go. All right, wanted to charge me $11 because I said it was a 7-pound shirt. Let's see. What else do we got? Yeah, that is really weird, Vicky. My neighbor has, oh, no, it was the first time I saw it and it caught my attention when I said Monday and Tuesday. I mean, maybe they work on the weekends, but I mean, that might be a good sale to go to because I mean, I can't imagine a lot of the people would be there. Like, I always like to go to the stuff where I think someone's not going to be. So, one of my little garage sailing tips, when you see there's a community sale, most people will start at the beginning of the community and work their way in. You want to do the opposite. And here's why. The houses at the beginning of a community are going to be the older houses. They're going to be the smaller houses. And the houses on the outsides are usually the more expensive items. So you're more likely to find a little bit higher end items there. Plus, because everybody else is going to the beginning of the garage sale, if you go to the end of the garage sale and work your way back, you're getting all the good stuff from the area of the garage sale where the nicer houses are and the newer houses. And then you're still getting in and getting the ones at the end. Those people at the beginning, any of those items that they had that were priced way too high, that they were emotionally connected to, because it's the end of the sale, you're so much more likely to be able to get a deal on those. So that's my little garage sale tip. Okay, so $4.55 is what we're paying for the shipping. He probably paid $5.99 because that's usually what I charge. We're going to print that label and then we'll take a look at what our profits were on that. What else did I miss? Yeah, it's on my to-do list. Guys, I know. Like I said, I really did have all the best intentions to get that done this week. But after being down over the weekend, being sick, I was like, I have to just work on listings. I got to make up. I mean, I miss out on putting probably 40, 50 listings up because of that. So got to pay those bills, right? Have you ever had an issue with selling something twice on a platform? I have, and Poshmark is usually one that happens on. However, thank you, Vendu. I just found out Vendu figured out how to remove items. You know, on Poshmark, if there's an offer out on an item, you can't delete it unless you go in and change like the size or the quantity or something. So Vendu just figured out how to do a workaround for that. And so now they are able to discern that, change that listing internally in Poshmark, and then edit and delete it. So I shouldn't have that issue anymore. But if I ever had that issue, that was the one. The only other time it's ever happened is Grailed every once in a while will disconnect from Vendu, from the selling platform, because Grailed is a little bit of a jankier site. And I've had things sell twice, but I don't as much as I used to. You're vintage, you're in Pennsylvania. Well, no wonder you got a cold. I mean, I would imagine it's probably got to be cool there, right? The best tip, that's what I do. Yeah, Sophie. Do you guys want another little garage sale tip that this makes me think of that? So if you're trying to decide what sales you want to hit first, or you're trying to decide like what community sales you want to go to first, where I live, the majority of the places here are HOAs. So communities will have sales like twice a year, usually in fall and then in summer. And so what I started doing was trying to figure out what communities I want to go to. Is I'll find a couple of the houses, because a lot of the places will have like 1 or 2 addresses, or they'll say this is where it starts. I go to Google Earth and I literally look at the neighborhood, and you can get a pretty good idea of like what the average median income is in that neighborhood. And it'll give you an idea of kind of the stuff you're likely to find. I love hitting really old communities because I know I'm going to get a lot of Y2K and vintage, but I also like going to some of those newer communities where I know I'm going to get a pair of brand new Nikes for $15 or $10 or something that I can flip for, $150 or something. So looking on Google Earth, it's just a nice little thing you can do just to get an idea. Okay, we're going to put this over. Let's see how much we made on this. So the total that this person paid was, they paid $5.99 for shipping. So we made $1 there, which helps cover my boosting payment fee, and then the original $1. So when all is said and done, $8.90, $9, made about $9 on that shirt. Nothing crazy, but not bad for popping a shirt up. I didn't have to wash it. I didn't have to do much. Little measure and good. It's like a little bread and butter item. I'd rather sell things that are, my favorite number is to get stuff like around 20. Of course, I love when I sell bigger stuff, but I'm always aiming for that 20. Doesn't always happen, but we made 30 on the last pair of shoes, made 10 here. It always averages out. Okay, so we're gonna mark that as shipped, and then moving on. Last thing I sold, which I wish these would have been in better condition, is a pair of Patagonia shorts. Patagonia always sells for me. It doesn't ever sit. It always sells. However, so I only pay like 50 cents for these, but when I got them home, I noticed in the back here, there was like a light. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's like these light spots in through the seat of the pants or the shorts. So unfortunately, I probably could have gotten closer. If this was summertime and these were in good condition, I probably could have gotten $35 for these. However, it is October, and they definitely are not in good condition. And you can't see it on there very much, but I can see here. It's quite a bit of like, it maybe got bleached out or something. So let's take a look here. They paid $10 for the item. They paid $5.99 for shipping. I know we're going to make money on that. I got them for, 50 cents or $1. So no big deal. These are going to Ryan in California. And then let's see what we've got over there. Then we'll take a look at our profits on that one. Paste the address. Check the address. Yep, we like that. That looks good. Correct. We're going to do padded envelope. This is going to go in a little bag. So this is when I use my little 12x9s. Works great for these kind of things. And this person is getting a camera. And we're going to go ahead and just tape this on the outside. It probably would be fine inside, but tape it on the outside. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And we're going to cut the end of that bag off because there's air in it. There we go. Make it smaller, right? The person goes to use this bag again. They're like, oh, that's weird. There's a hole in here. It's like, well, you're buying the shorts. You're not buying the bag. All right. Putting this in and get it down as small as we can. Usually 8x8 is what they wind up. All things this size wind up going to. And we're looking at 7 ounces for that. 8x8 by 0 by 7. And let's take a look at our shipping. It's probably like $4.79 or something would be my guess. $4.47. So even less than I thought. So we made $1.50 on shipping. That covers my initial fee, covers a little bit of the Depop fee. So when all is said and done, we probably made like $9.50 on these, which is crazy to think. I made more on those shorts than that shirt that's in good condition. The world is a funny place, isn't it? All right, we'll print that out and then we'll take that over to Depop and then we'll see what else we got. So mark as shipped and USPS and paste. I know a lot of people like to just ship straight out of Depop because they're like, I don't want to have to go through all that pirate ship. I mean, I've already saved what? $2, $3, $4, $5, almost $6 in shipping just by doing it in pirate ship. So, I mean, I've made $6, which is basically almost covered the cost of all of these items. So for me, it's worth it for sure. All right, I think that's everything on Depop. Let's take a look here. Let's refresh it and take a look. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, perfect. Okay, then let's go over to Mercari. Let's see. Do you have a video explaining shipping on eBay, shipping discounts to buyer? I don't, Three River Stone. I do know that there are quite a few of those out there though. The tough part about doing shipping on eBay is that I only ship straight out of eBay for things under £1. So anything over £1, I use pirate ship. So I probably am a person that would do a video more on pirate ship because I use it so much more than I use the eBay shipping, in my opinion. So Jennifer, what is happening? Do I need a thermal printer before I start? No. Foxy, just start. So those of you that have been with me for a while, you already know this, but when I first started, I really just started this because I was trying to sell some of the items my mom had left after she left the mortal coil of this planet. And so I had a lot of decorations and decor and stuff that it wasn't stuff I was going to keep. I kept what I remembered and what was important to me, but the rest of it, I wanted to pass it along to someone that was actually going to use it and not have it just sit in boxes in my garage, right? And so I started out doing that. I hand wrote my addresses on paper. I used post-it notes and wrote thank you on them. You know, please rate and review me. I would sit down when we were watching TV and I would just take a bundle of post-it notes and just write the same thing on like 30 or 40 post-it notes. And then I would use those in packages. I bought the least expensive poly bags. I didn't buy any extra shipping material. I didn't use these. I used Ziploc baggies I got from Costco. And my SKUs were handwritten on yellow Post-it notes and magic marker with a piece of tape over it. So you do not need to do that. I would suggest taking some of the money you're making, though, out of your stuff. So if you sell something for 40 bucks, you know, take 20% out for taxes, take out what you originally cost or what you spent on the product so that you can use that to invest in the next item. And then take a little bit of that that's left. You know, you got some of it for bills and stuff like that, but the rest is a little bit and just kind of stash it away and use it for like your gadget fund. So what I would do is I went through Smile-Amazon, found all the things I wanted to get, and then I just added them to a cart in my Smile-Amazon. And then I would go in, and every time I'd get a little payout from Posh, or I get a little payout from eBay, or I get a little payout. I don't even think I was doing Depop at the time. I think I did Mercari tiny bit at the beginning, but anytime I got a payout, I would get one of my little items. And then the next payout, get a little item. The thermal printer was the most expensive one for me, for sure, but it was so needed. My son actually had one and I saw how easy it was for him. And when I started selling like 4 or 5 items a day, I was like, I can't be handwriting these addresses. So that's what I would suggest doing. I hope that makes sense. Okay. First thing we've got over on Mercari is this bag. I actually just listed this. There was way more of these for sale than I thought there was going to be. At first, I thought this was a Y2K bag because it looks like it. It feels like it. The quality of it is bananas. It's got leather on the outside. It's really nice in the inside. It's got a zipper. It's I think they're called Myra bags Myra bags. And I thought it was a Y2K. And I am very rarely tricked on this stuff. But this is a current item. You can literally go and get them right now with free ship for like 30 bucks, 34 bucks, I think. So I was like, oh, okay, it's not what I thought. However, I think that it sold as easily and quickly as it did because I used a ton of keywords in this because there was a bunch of these for sale. So let me take a look and I will read to you if you guys want my keywords on this. So if you look at this bag, I always take the straps off when I ship things too. So if you look at this bag, these are the keywords that I had for this item. Let me get to it. All right, ready? 90s nostalgia, punk, army, retro, indie, old school, skater, 90s, boho, earthy, embroidered, and patched. So those are just some of the things that I used for this item. And I do believe that the reason mine sold, because I didn't ask any less than any of the other ones that were for sale. But I think mine sold because of the fact that I was able to put all of those keywordies in there. And that really, really does make a super huge difference. All right, just need to get a little Ziploc baggie here. And so I always take a little Ziploc. I buy these when they go on sale at Costco. You know how you walk in Costco and there's all those little things for sale. So those will be for sale a lot around the holidays. So I pick them up. And so I just like to put mine in here and then I'll put my sticker in with that. That's super cute, little scooter and a thank you card. Of course, A little restriction. I mean, why do they even take it off of me? Because they should just leave it there all the time because they never like anything I say. Okay, so putting this in here, we're going to wrap that up. And then I put these in the bag. Now, here's the trick, though. You want to make sure you take a picture of the fact that you put this item, which is the strap, in the bag. Otherwise, you will end up with I got the bag and I couldn't find the strap. And what happens is they're so excited to get their item. They don't even see the little baggy thing. They don't see any of that. So I always take a picture of it in the item to show that this is indeed in there. Should I ever end up, I had a lady try to say I didn't send the top of a teapot, which was like bananas. It was in the box. She probably threw it out. And so ever since then, I just, anytime anything is disconnected or anything like that, I do that. Now, why do I do that with purses? Because that strap right there, the little metal thing, can break in shipping. Also, it can beat up the bag a little bit. We don't want that, right? So then we're going to take, now this is one where I know I can fold it in half and we're good because I'm going to save on money if I do it that way. So we're going to do that. And then we're just going to take a little bit of foam here and we're going to wrap this puppy up. It is a canvas bag, so I'm not really too worried about anything busting on it or anything like that. So, all right, I'm just going to wrap this puppy up. Hey girl, hey. So Foxy, I hope that answered your question on that one. What else did I? It was very helpful. You're welcome. Yeah, I did try using my regular printer. We bought printer ink for it. My printer ink was $50 on my regular HP printer. And I think we printed out like 30 labels on paper and then I would tape those down. But I'm like, those labels cost me like almost $1 a piece because my printer ink got eaten up. So I wouldn't use regular printer unless you got a printer that lasts forever. I used a regular printer. Oh, tape. That's so funny, Auntie. I didn't see that. So yeah, I did that in the beginning, but my printer, like, this is my printer and ink. It's like, no. It's like Cookie Monster, right? It's like, it just loves to eat that up. So we used to just buy a new printer. Right. I know. Sometimes it's like less expensive to buy a new printer that has ink in it than it is to buy the printer ink. Like, which is like, what? That doesn't even make sense. That's so silly, but it's true. All right. We're just going to tape down all these sides here just so I can make sure that this is going to stay, stay in the good graces. And just make sure it feels right to me. Make sure nothing's popping up or anything like that. Doesn't have to be pretty, just has to be functional. And then let's get it in a bag. Let's see what bag. I think it'll fit in this one. Perfect. That's perfect, they say. Perfect. Honey, my coffee got really cold again. If you're feeling gentlemanly and generous and you want to warm my coffee up, I would be the most excited green-haired girl of all time. All right. I don't even know if you can. Oh, you can't hear me. It's all frosty. And I'm going to take a sip and it's like, oh no, it's cold. I'm melting. All right. Anyways. Okay. We're going to ship the item. All right. So guys, I've been wanting to do this. Now, I was under the impression that you had to use Mercari shipping always. And when I was listing this and cross-listing it, I didn't see a place to put in that I wanted to use my own shipping. Maybe Vendu doesn't have that for Mercari. Or is it something I do now? No, because it looks like they paid that. So who has sold stuff on Mercari? Help me out here, kids. Because I have always just used Mercari shipping, but I would love to use my own shipping because then I could pad it and make money. How fun! I'm melting. Can you ever offer coupons or run sales on your stuff if you wanted to? Sure. Yeah. So on eBay, I constantly run a 5% off sale. So all my items, once they get listed within like a few hours, they go on a 5% off sale. And then I also am sending out offers. Using something, I use Auto Posture actually for that. Not forever though, because Vendu just announced you're going to be able to send out offers in your account. So it's going to literally save me like I don't know, 20 bucks a month. So I won't have to have auto posture for that, which is exciting. Thank you, love. What was oh yeah. So that's what I do on eBay. Then on Depop, I constantly run a 10% off sale. I also do free shipping for bundles. Plus I send out offers. Grailed, I don't do anything. I just let it sit. It either sells or doesn't. Macari, I send out offers. And then on Poshmark, every like maybe 60 days, 30 to 60 days, depending on when I remember to do it, I go in and discount my whole closet except for the newest things I've put up. I'll discount it by like 10%, right? It's not a huge amount, but it's something. And that reinvigorates all those listings again. So those are kind of some of the things I do. Only offer on Macari is to offer free shipping or use theirs shipping. Thank you. By the way, I think I lost my way to listing titles. Your advice helped me. Oh, good. Janie. Yes. Oh, I love the ghost. Foxy, that's one of my favorites. That and the little cauldron and the witchy kitty. So are you saying on Macari that because last live, I had a couple people tell me that I can use my own shipping for Macari. So do I have to put that in the price then in order to then use my own shipping, or how does that work? I also got back on Depop because of you. Shani, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I don't know. Does anyone know the answer to this? Because before I print this label out, I want to know. According to this, it looks like I have to use this label where it says shipping instructions. I don't see a use my own shipping option. Yes, you have to pad the price. Okay. All right. Well, I'm not going to do that then. I would rather, because otherwise I just think that's going to make my, like, I don't know, isn't that going to make everything like feel like way more expensive? I don't know why I would do that. Maybe am I not seeing like the advantageous reason? Oh, my shoulder. Am I not seeing the advantageous reason to do that? Or what's the reasoning to do that? Is that somebody just their own thing, or what is our opinions on that, kids? What's our opinions? All right, I'm gonna print this out. Yes, it's really annoying. Okay, yes, if you ship on your own with Macari, you have to include it in the item price. Okay, so you have to include it in the item price and then do free shipping. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. But they don't have fees, so the price balances out. Right. Yeah, no fee means you save 8 to 12 on each sale, of course. And all my stuff on Macari is already like $1 or $2 less than on the other side. So I go in and change it. I mean, I guess I'm already changing it. I guess the question would be, though, are people able to sort items they're looking at on Macari by price? Because if they're able to sort by price like you can on eBay, then my stuff's going to always show up as more expensive. That's why I don't do free shipping anywhere, is because it automatically makes that original price look higher. And I just know in sales that you don't ever want to do that. So, yeah, that's interesting. That's an interesting thing to think about, but I don't know that I want to do that then. I'd almost rather I just like making the extra $1 or $2 on the padding of the shipping. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, folks. Okay, we're going to mark that as sent, and then we're going to go look at the next item here. All right, next thing we've got on Macari is, drum roll please, a Dallas Cowboys Dunbrook Champion hoodie. So this is not vintage. It wasn't anything crazy special. It's just a standard Dallas Cowboys hoodie. It's by a brand actually that I had never seen before, and the comps were not too bad on it. I was actually kind of surprised. I'll show you guys what it looks like. It's always nice to know what brands kind of to keep our eye out for. So this is a brand called Dunbrook. And I had never heard of them before. And so I was kind of worried that this wasn't going to sell, just because, you know, there's so much like football and sports merchandise out there. I mean, you can find stuff like at Wally World and Target and stuff. Like, you can find it anywhere. So I was just worried that it was going to be some totally off brand. However, the comps were not that bad on it. I got this for $1 at a garage sale, and it sold for 21 over on Mercari, and there's no fees or anything over there. So I literally made 20 bucks on this. And I was expecting it to just be like a little like $14 or $15 hoodie, and it sold within like 4 days, which is great. So I was not expecting that. So I don't know the history on Dunbrook. I don't, know if it's definitely not like some crazy, super insanely high end, but it wasn't a bad flip. And like I said, it sold I was just so surprised it sold so quickly. Okay, let's open this up here and we'll print that off and get this in a bag. So this is a good example of when I use my 15 by 12s, because there's no way that this is fitting in a 12 by 9. So put that in and then we'll seal it up. Oh, we got to do a sticker. Which one should we do? Let's see. This person probably doesn't want a lipstick. And we'll do this one. This one's cute. Happy camper. I love it. Let's see. I will always ship with Mercari, not on my own. Someone was saying that if you ship on your own with Mercari, you lose seller protection. You do lose the Mercari seller protection, but if you were to ship on your own, you're still going to get protection through, like if you were to use Pirate Ship, you're still going to be able to file a claim with USPS as usual. Or if it's a UPS item, Pirate Ship actually takes care of it for you. So, I mean, I think that Mercari says that because they don't want you to like get it elsewhere, because they probably make money on their shipping because they buy freight lots. And so my guess is that you would still be protected because you're getting it through USPS or UPS, never FedEx. Please don't send anything FedEx. Please don't ever use FedEx. Please stop using FedEx. Please don't use FedEx. They will never give you money back. They will charge you extra for not being over the weight of things. Like, it is a nightmare. The only time I ever use FedEx is if I sell a pair of shoes on eBay and you have to send them FedEx, but they give you a prepaid label and it's totally protected if the shoes get lost. Otherwise, no FedEx, naughty. Good to know, especially about UPS. Yeah, they 100% make money on shipping. It's so high. And I agree. Like $6.99 or $7.99 for a shirt. Like, that's kind of crazy. So, all right. We already print that out. No, we got to print that. Okay, thanks for letting me know that, Shani. Yeah, when people were talking about that on the live the other day, I was like, I've never seen that option anywhere. And I was like, I feel like I would have ran into it somewhere. So that's good to know that it wasn't just like a Vendu thing, that it's definitely just, you have to like pad your stuff. And I'm not interested in doing that. I'd rather have my price look low. So that's just me. Okay, we're going to mark that as shipped. And then let's see what else we got. I mean, we sold more than I expected to sell, especially with being out of the algorithms. Like, I was only expecting to have like 3 or 4 sales today. So, okay. And then our last item here on Mercari. This is such a funny one, you guys. So, do you guys remember when Hunt, a K-I-L-L-E-R, was popular? Hunt, a K-I-L-L-E-R. I can't say it. It's a game where you solve a mystery. So Justin bought me, like, for Christmas, he had bought me like the subscription because I love like true CRIME. And so he bought me a subscription to this. And then you're solving this mystery. You get a box like every couple weeks or something like that. And so it was this mystery of like who the suspect in this like theater 1920s murder mystery kind of thing was. And so what you get, so each box you get a couple things with it. You get like a little purse or an embroidered handkerchief. This is me. I literally have sold every single one of the little items you got, because they're all like these like retro vintage looking things, like these little purses and bags and lapel pins, stuff that I'm never going to use. But I kid you not, in the amount of money that I have made on the little items that came with this, we have almost paid for the entire subscription that he bought for me. So I love that. So this was a little keychain for the Cadence Theater. It looks like a ticket. So this was the theater in this game that we got. And then it also came with a little pin, as if you like worked there, like a little lapel pin. So I think it's so hilarious that I sold it. It didn't sell for much. I mean, it only sold for $8 over on Mercari, but I mean, $8 paid for that week's subscription to it. So cracked up when Justin was pulling this. He was like, "Oh my gosh!" He's like, "Is that the thing from Hunt to Killer?" And then he also told me it reminded him of some movie that I don't remember ever seeing. Oh, Last Action Hero. Did you guys remember that with Arnold Schwarzenegger? I don't really remember that one. It's like before my time, or I don't know, something that just doesn't sound familiar to me. But anyways, so I just thought that was that's pretty funny that I keep selling these things. I think this might be the last of them. I mean, there was hats, there was a handkerchief that had come with all these embroidered flowers on it, but the embroidered flowers helped you to decipher a code. And so I sold the handkerchief. I think I sold that thing for like $15 or something because it looked vintage. It wasn't, but it looked like it was a retro inspired embroidered handkerchief. Oh, yeah, I got to experience it for free. Exactly. Oh, wifey Marie, good to see you guys. Tam, thanks for coming back. Okay, so I'm just wrapping this up in a little bit of foam, and then we're going to wrap this thing. Now, if you know me, you know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to wrap these up, and then I'm going to take a picture of the fact that both of these items are in this bag. Because again, with little stuff like this, I always take a photo, just because, like I said, ever since that teapot, I'm just like, I don't want to give someone a reason to tell me that I didn't include something. And unfortunately, we live in a day and age now where people just do that kind of stuff. You guys see them, they're online, they're naughty puppies all the time. All right, so we're going to get a picture of that. Oh, did we get an offer? I think we got an offer on something, guys. Let me, I always pause for offers. Oh, nope, it was just a thank you message. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, it's still saying I've got an inbox thing. What did we miss? What did we miss? Depop kind of changed their how their site looks, and I haven't decided if I like it. I think it's a little harder to navigate than before, or maybe I'm just used to the other way. All right, so you got a picture of the fact that both of these are in here, and now I shouldn't have to worry about it. Okay, we're gonna do a lipstick and a thank you card. Put these in the bag, and then close this up. And we're going to I actually have some really small bags here. When I first started, I was like, oh, that's such a good deal on those bags, not realizing how tiny they were. So I literally have like 1,000 of these. I'm going to have these little tiny bags. What size are these? These are a 9x6. I'm going to have these 9x6 bags for literally the rest of my actual life. Because I have 1,000. I had 1,000. I probably have like 850 of them left or more. Oh my goodness, Fox, you're such a vibe. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. That makes me feel good. Hi, what do info of my Depop package is heavier? I need more postage. Cancel the order. So Katie, if you are doing if you're doing internal shipping through Depop, so if you are paying, or if you're just printing a label straight out of Depop and you're not using your own shipping and it's heavier, then I believe that you do need to cancel the order and then redo it. I don't think there's a way to have the person pay extra. Now, I could be wrong about that. I have never used Depop's internal shipping. I have always selected to ship things on my own using Pirate Ship. So because I've never done that before, I don't want to give you false information, but I feel like that could be right. If anyone else in here knows the answer to that, that would be great. Yeah, if anybody knows the answer for Katie, or if they know that I'm correct about that, let us know in the chat. Because like I said, I might not be the best person to answer that. Feel like that's a true statement though. Okay, so we're going to print this out here. And we should be good to go. Let's see. Print. This is going to Megan in Michigan. Fantastic. Megan in Michigan. And I am guessing Megan is probably very cold right now because she lives in Michigan. Michigan, that feels like one of those cold places. Is Michigan a cold place, guys? It feels like Michigan's a cold place. You know, Michigan, that's where I wanted to go to college. When I was very young, I wanted to be a physical therapist. No, switch that. I did want to be a physical therapist, but I also wanted to be a lawyer. And because I like to talk and I especially like to argue my point. And so I just naturally thought that that's what I'd want to do. And so I had found out at the time that the Michigan Wolverines, because that was their mascot, but Michigan was, they had super good looking guys who went there, number one. And number two, they had supposed to have like a really good legal department. Now, this is a long time ago. I don't know if this is still the case, but I wanted to go there. Now, I then soon figured out after that the one amount of school you needed, and two, the amount of reading and books you had to do. And I was like, that's probably not for me. So didn't go there, but that was one of the very first places I ever wanted to go to school. All right, putting this in. And then when I get done, I always look through everywhere and just make sure that I haven't made a sale somewhere that I didn't see. Let's take a look here in Macari. I think that's everything. Oh, we got to mark as shipped on that. And let's take a look. View order, and then we're going to mark as shipped. I always forget to do that. It's one of those like confirm as sent. I always forget that I have to confirm that. Okay, and then do we have anything else on the old Poshy? I would be shocked. Oh, we did. We just sold something on Posh. Hey, baby. Just, can you grab me those Peloton shoes they just sold on Poshmark? All right, and I think those will probably go in this box. So these were an interesting item because I was under the impression that these were going to be worth so much more than they were. So I was at a garage sale. I did a really quick comp. I did not actually go into eBay and look because I was talking to a lady. I bought these at the same place that I bought a Lily Pulitzer bag and a Farm Rio jumper. And so I'm trying to talk to the lady, but I'm also trying to comp. Now, when I pulled these up, I saw that these were like $80 for these Pelotons, and these are in like ridiculously good condition. On quick look, they look like they were like $80. She charged me, I think, 15 for these, 10. I think maybe it was either 10 or 15. I can't remember. And so I'm like thinking in my head, oh, that's like 6 times the amount. Well, here's the weird thing about these, and I don't know why this is like this. I've never used Peloton. I don't really know much about it. But when I went on to see what they actually have sold for and what they comp for and what the last like 15 sales have been for, there was so many of them for sale. What's really weird is if you buy these brand new at Smile Amazon, they're like $140. But there was so many of them up for sale that I couldn't even come close to putting anything close to $80. So they wound up selling for 32 over on Poshmark. And I know that seems low, but that is literally the price that all the other ones had sold for. And the other ones that were for sale, I didn't see another pair of these specific ones for over $40. So, I mean, I went down the rabbit hole a little bit too. So I went over to Amazon and I was like, this is so weird to see an item that's worth this much brand new and that's depreciated this much, even looking this new. So I went in and I read the reviews thinking, well, maybe the reviews on these aren't good. Maybe they fall apart really easily. I'm kind of thinking these things, right? So I went in, nope, reviews were all like really good. And there was like nothing bad. Everyone said they were really good. Here's my only thought. And you see this with like workout stuff a lot. People get really into something. They buy all of the like gadgets and all the stuff for it. And then they either realize they don't like it or they just don't use it. the treadmill that becomes the clothes hamper in your bedroom or whatever. That's the only thing I can think of with these shoes, because otherwise there's just no way that they should only have sold for $32. So that being said, I definitely still made my money back. I mean, I made $27.59 back. I believe I spent either 10 or 15 on these. So it wasn't a huge crazy flip, or at least not what I'm used to, because, I'm the garage sale girl. But when all is said and done, it's still extra money. I didn't have to do anything to these. I didn't even have to wipe them down because they were in such good condition. So when all is said and done, it's fine. I'm just was really surprised. So you're 30 minutes from the campus. Oh, Auntie, is it as beautiful as the pictures I've seen? Michigan is a full 4 seasons. Hot summer, cold winter, less cold in the last few years. That's interesting. Very cold, especially in upper Michigan, right? You're like got all the lakes and all that stuff up there. 62. Yeah, that seems cold to me. Of course, I'm in Texas, so anything below 70, and I'm like, oh, I'm chilly. Me with pre-law, but you never went to. That's interesting. Yeah, I was really into it, and then I wanted to be a physical therapist, and I wanted to live in Vermont. I don't even know. It was really funny because my husband is from Vermont. I've been there in the winter. I'll never go in the winter again because it's so cold. It was like -14, and I was like, I can't breathe here. So not really into Vermont and physical therapy. I mean, I guess it would have been okay, but it's just interesting what we think we want to be and become. I am what I would coin as like a little bit more of a free spirit kind of person, if you hadn't noticed. And so I really like, things that are constantly changing and making my own schedule. I don't really like to work for other people. I like to kind of do my own jam and jelly. And so I think either being a physical therapist or being a lawyer, I think both of those would have not probably been right for me, just considering kind of what my personality is. And then with shoes, this is another thing where I take pictures of the fact that both items were in. So this one says be positive, which I think is great for some workout gear. With something like this too, I'm just going to pack it full of paper to keep it nice, because guess what? It's going on Poshmark, so it does not matter what it weighs. That is the one nice thing about Poshmark, is how incredibly easy it is to ship boxed items on there. So, so many people bought Pelotons during the, and probably didn't use it like they thought. And that probably is what it is, you guys. It's probably a lot of people that bought it thinking they were going to use it. I just could not believe $140 something on Amazon, $30 like that. In this condition, like this nice of condition, really, that's a shocking one. But when I think about it, it's workout stuff, so not really that shocked, Do you guys remember when the ab lounger was so popular back in like the early 2000s? You know how many ab loungers I've seen at garage sales? Probably 100, probably more. I had one at one point. It literally held blankets in my living room. So there's that. Okay, we're gonna get this label downloaded and get this sent off. Yeah, everybody's laughing. Coley's like, yep. Sophie, yep. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So this is going to Siobhan in California. All right, I'm getting this printed out here. And Siobhan must be using her Peloton. She's using it. Okay, this is going to go post office. All right, that should be everything then. So not too bad today then. What do we have? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Not bad. 11 items. I mean, it's not the 20 items I'm used to, but not bad considering I didn't list for a couple days. And I know I blew the algorithms on that. So we're going to mark that as shipped. This person's going to be like, whoa, fast shipping. They better say it's fast shipping. It better not be like that guy with that camo shirt. Shipping could have been faster. Excuse me? You literally live in the middle of where the hurricane was, and you're complaining that it got stuck at the post office for an extra day and a half. You're lucky the post office isn't even open. You see Chris at Peak's video, him trying to find a post office to go to? Grow up, camo shirt person. Gosh gravy. Okay. All right. We are going to move on to the second part of this. You guys are welcome to stick around. I'm going to get this up to Justin. Hey, baby. Shipping's ready. I'm just going to set it here by the door. Sounds good. All right. So we are going to move over to part 2. And this is going to be taking photos of hard goods. So we're just going to articulate you guys right over like this. Look at that. Look at that. We got to tighten this up a little bit. You guys you're falling. All right. And you tell me, guys, is that an okay angle? Is that good? Or do we like that angle? Are we happy with it? Whoop, I'm trying something different because I want to not have to put y'all on a totally different mount. So I'm trying a completely different kind of setup thing, and I'm just trying to figure out what's going to give me the best light, but then also give you guys a good view. What do we think? Thumbs up? Do we like this? Is this good? Does this work? We like this? This is happy? Not the Target basket. Woo, woo, they're going to come for me. They're going to come for me, guys. You know that they want their Target basket back. Woo! All right, let's get our lights turned on here. And yes, we use a measuring stick because this girl's life of bending over and getting things on the floor like that has passed. All right, we're going to move these out of the way here. I got some old vintage pillows here with some really pretty crochet stuff on the outside. I just need to clean them. It's in the pile. You guys know exactly what pile I'm talking about, right? The pile of like, we need to do these things. Will we ever do them? Nobody knows. All right, how's our lighting look here? Good. We're going to get our little Swiffer duster. This is our little Swiffery guy here. We're going to just dust this table off here. Get everything looking ship-shapey. And we have a plethora of really interesting stuff today. So you guys are used to seeing me do like a lot of clothing and stuff like that. Let me check too and make sure that this still looks okay on the old tubies. It's UBs. Oh no, you guys are out of focus. You are out of focus. We're going to refocus you guys here. Let's see. Ooh, that's really weird. Why is that so out of focus? Hey, Just. Oh, okay. No, he's in a meeting. Shoot. Well, guys, I don't know if you're on YouTube. I don't know why that looks so so blurry. Let me look. How many items you sell a day? Fast Planet. On average, I usually sell about 5 to 6 a day. But this last week was slow because of hurricanes and Smile Store Prime DAYS's and what was the other thing that we were talking about? There's one other reason, but anyways, I've been thinking about getting Vendu and opening up a card account just to get more eyes on my eBay inventory. Interesting. Yeah, Phil, you know, here's how I look at it. The more places you can list, the better, right? So is anybody still over on YouTube Live? Take a look and tell me. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. I fixed some stuff. That was really weird. Okay. I'm back. All right. So we are going to do a bunch of items. I just got to grab them really quick here. I was going to have Justin do it, but he's in a meeting. So give me about 15 second break, guys. Be right back. All right. So we have a plethora here of strange, unique, and unusual items. All right. First thing we've got here is a Bart Simpson puzzle. This is sealed. I got this for $1 at a community sale a couple weeks ago. And I was going to get Old Eyes out here. Let's take a look. We also need to get our lanyard for listing on. And we need to get our thing clipped here. Okay. Perfect. All right. Got our lanyard. So I was thinking that this is an older puzzle. Just judging by the look of it. Yeah, 2002. Dude, that's boss. Yeah, this is a 2002 sealed Simpsons puzzle. So perfect time of year to be getting this kind of stuff up. This isn't stuff I usually pick up a lot because you guys know I usually do clothes. But it's like, dude, you show me a sealed vintage Simpsons puzzle and you better bet your britches I'm going to do it. Is that Etherio? Etherio? I did that puzzle as a kid. No way. Seriously? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Wow, that's wild. That's cool. Okay, so we're going to just put it up here. Now, I like to use a Lazy Susan when I do this because it helps to helps me to turn the item without having to actually pick the item up and put it back down. So first things first, making sure my phone is in square mode. You always want to do square mode. You don't ever want your stuff in horizontal mode. So we're just going to get a picture of this from the front here, and then we're going to take a look at it, and we're going to see how it looks. I think that looks pretty gosh darn good to me. So we're going to get a picture of that. We're going to get a picture of the side. We're going to get a picture of the back. We're going to get a picture of the side. We're going to get a picture of the UPC and the bottom. There's also one tiny little piece of plastic pulled back right there. And then I always get the, that's cool. This comes with a fold out poster. I always get the date. So this is kind of how my photos look for hard goods. I'll just show you guys what I do. See if it's what you do. So we got front, first picture, and then I just do a picture of all the sides because people like to see what kind of condition stuff is in. Get in the bottom where the UPC is, and then the year. So there's that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this on my scale right here, and I'm going to see what the weight is, and then I just take a picture of it. And this way I know when I go to list it, how much it weighs. Because when I'm doing clothes, I can tell you almost exactly how much something weighs. But something like this, from the time I get this on my phone and then do all my other listings today and everything, I will forget what the weight of this was. So number one, going in the Sol and Target basket. All right, next thing I got, another really weird item. I got to cover that word. Over 30 blank manual toilet paper. Might be one of the weirdest things I've ever picked up. But it's from 1986 and it's sealed. So again, this time of year, I paid 50 cents. This time of year, this kind of stuff just sells because people are looking for things. So I'm just taking I got my little heat gun thing here. I'm just going to heat up the sticker a little bit. And you guys aren't going to see me for just a second here. I'm just heating up this little sticker guy so that it can peel off easily. It is stuck on there real good, but I also don't want to melt the plastic. So we're just going to go slow and steady. Here, I'll turn you guys to me for a second here. So slow and steady, just kind of taking my little heat thing. You want to hold your heat gun as far away as you can. A good key for that would be, oh, white elephant. That's a great idea, Sophie. Thank you. That's a wonderful idea. Absolutely. Such a good, we used to have one of those for the company Justin works for. They're based in Washington. He just does everything online. So, but we would always go to their Christmas party thing, and they always did that. And I 100% would have taken this. That would have been a great idea. All right. And that's why heat guns are so wonderful. Boom. Peeled it off like brand new. I usually take the stickers off stuff when I leave the garage sales, like when I'm going to put it in the car, but I obviously just forgot. So, all right. So we're going to get a picture of this really strange and random item. Let's see. Is that? Oh, it's on the outside. We're going to get our really fancy cleaner. Are you guys ready for the fancy cleaner? Water. I'm going to spray a little bit on there. And then just a little bit of dust on top there. There we go. Make it squeaky clean. Okay, so we're gonna get a picture of the front of this really strange, awkward, and weird item. Because why not? Oh, my exposure looks funky. So you gotta fix the exposures, right? And I want to get as much as I can in here. Never be embarrassed to use the table as your thing to balance your hand on. You're gonna get that. We're gonna get the bottom of it, and then zoom in on the 1986. Perfect. All right, then I'm gonna pop it on the scale, and then I'm just gonna get a picture of it on the scale so I remember how much to put for its weight. Perfect. All right, moving right along. Hard goods are so much faster than clothes, that's for sure. All right, next thing we've got here is a cute little Snoopy, or I'm sorry, Scooby, cute little Scooby, whoa, Shaggy, jewelry box. It's in great condition. This is from 2002 and obviously works. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a tiny little video of it working. Now you can use video listings if you want. I more do this just because I don't want someone telling me that it's not working. Perfect. All right, get pictures of this here. So we're going to get the front. Yeah, and it's in really good condition actually for its age too. Definitely a vintage item. Get it in our square mode. And then we're going to take a look at the picture and see how it looks. That looks pretty gosh darn good to me. And then picture of the side. And then picture of the back, side, bottom, date, inside. He's got a little dust on his back mirror too. Picture of open here, inside there. And then we will also get its measurements. So I have a little ruler. This was actually my grandpa's ruler. He owned a heating and cooling company in Denver, Colorado. It was called Atlas, I believe. That's how old school it is. Like you always wanted something named with an A, right? So it'd be the beginning of the phone book. This ruler is probably from 1953, 54, right in there, somewhere right in there. So I love using it because it just feels cool. It was my grandpa's. I have the case that it came in. It always makes me feel so good every time I see it. It's got his name on the outside in like gold leaf lettering. And it's just really, because back then they made everything with such quality. The top like flips down and it's this triangle case it goes in. I just love it so much. It always makes me feel so good. So I love that I take pictures of stuff with it. I don't know. It just feels like a little piece of home. He's been gone for a long time. So it's nice to like have this and make it feel like, he's still, his stuff is still getting used, right? You guys know me, I'm an upcycler, man. Anytime I can use something from the past, I just love nostalgia stuff. Okay, and then we're going to pop it on the scale here and then get a picture of the weight. Perfect. All right, moving right along. They're doing a Scream 7 for release in 2026. Oh, I'll be watching that. Heck yeah. A good key. Yeah. Comes off like butter using that heat gun. That one I have, I think it's called a It's a Wagner or a Wag. Which one is this? I have it in the link Dinketer. This was like the top rated one, Wagner. And this is one of those things I put in my shopping cart. And then when I got paid, I was like, I wanted to get one because before that I was using a blow dryer. which is fine. It just took way longer and it would like blow the item the whole time. So this is nice because it can just heat up. I also use it to pop the foam back in tennis shoes. You can heat up the outside of the foam and then it'll just go whoop and come back. And so you get rid of the crease lines. Do you do the number for the hard goods? I don't, because I do such few of them. Now, if I was someone that was selling mainly hard goods, like if I was like Bearded or somebody where I'm not really doing clothing, I'm going to number my tubs and be like, it's in A1 or whatever. But I sell so few hard goods that I just have them in bins. I have it like vintage toys, new toys, and then my newest packaging stuff is all on one rack. What else do I have? Let's see. Yeah, and then if I get lots of stuff, like I have a Toy Story lot, a vintage Toy Story lot right now. I've had Care Bears, Rainbow Bright. I'll put them in lots according to like who they are or what, universe they come from. Otherwise, yeah, I just sold something on eBay. Aunties, what did you sell? Yeah, this is a really sweet one. This is sweet. And then of course, maybe you're talking about the ruler, but okay, all right. So moving to our next item here. This is an interesting one. I have no idea what this is worth. You can tell I got all this from the same garage sale because it's got the same stickers on it. Let's see, is this one going to peel off easily or do we need to use the heat gun? Nope, that one's coming off easy. Perfect. So paid, it says $2. I probably paid $1. I mean, guys, I just never pay what the price is. My favorite was those Mary Janes from a couple weeks ago. And the person was like, they were asking $70 for them. They were Doc Mary Janes. And I was like, how about $20? Okay. Green guy elf. Oh, yep. It's that time of year for that. Oh, the ruler. I know. I miss you, Peepaw. He is a cool guy. Okay, so this is a collector series Eagle wooden ship. Old wooden ship. What's that movie from? Pop quiz. Old wooden ship. If anybody knows that, I'm going to be outrageously impressed. All right, we're going to drink our coffee before it's cold again. The habitual cold coffee. And then inside, this is crazy. It's got all the stuff to build this. And this is literally brand new dead stock. I mean, this thing has never been used. It's got all the ribbons and everything in it. So what I'm going to do is get a picture of the outside and then I'll open it and kind of lay the stuff out. What year does this have a year on it? I mean, this is like old. Authentic ship model. I mean, this kind of stuff, there really usually isn't a date. Oh, you know where the date is on these kind of things a lot of times is on the instructions. I have learned this. Old toys usually put the date on the instructions or the manual. Let's see if we can find it. Captain Kidd. It's a Lindbergh, which this is actually a really good brand. That's an old toy brand. That is not even in English on that one. It's in German. Gosh, they have the address of their location on here. Let's see. This is what I'm looking for. Printed in USA. I mean, if I had to guess, this is from the 60s. I can't imagine it's any newer than that. It doesn't feel 70s to me. So hopefully Google Image will have somebody that knows more than I do that has put it down. Wow, look at these. I mean, this is like incredible. Oh yeah, this is definitely 50s or 60s. Look at the people. Look at the humans on there. You got Wally and Mrs. Beeve and got the whole crew there. So yeah, I'd probably say 50s or 60s at the latest. Yeah, I don't see anything. So, back then they weren't exactly worried about putting the date on stuff because they didn't ever think that was going to be important. Anchorman! Tina! I am outrageously impressed right now. Did you know that without looking it up or anything? Old wooden ship. Dorothy Mantle is a saint. I know people have feelings about that movie, those movies, and Will Ferrell, and I get it. I love them. It is like right in my wheelhouse, a sense of humor. So I love that one. Okay, we're gonna get a picture of this here. And I think what I'm gonna do, because I don't want any of the pieces to fall out, we're just gonna do kind of a little bit of an angle situation and see how that looks. And it looks weird with the metal or with the wood. The old wooden ship looks weird with the wood. All right, so we're gonna go like this here. Try to get this in the middle of here as much as we can. Perfect. So that's gonna be my opening photo there. And then let's get all the sides of the box. And model kit 168. I mean, whoa. It hasn't been a lot. Hasn't been a lot. Old wooden ship. Now I'm going to be thinking about that all day. I'm not even kidding you. Like, oh my goodness. Kristen Wiig and Steve Carell in the second one. Come on. Like with the lipstick when he's like, does it taste like anything? She goes, I don't know. And he takes it and bites it. And he's like, pooh. And he's like, no. That just cracks me up. All right. Let's get the inside of this here as much as we can. So this is kind of usually what I do for this kind of stuff is I'll just line up as much as I can for like showing what's in it. And then I try to get as much as I can in the photo. And I mean, this is all unused, brand new, like perfect. I think that looks good. I think it looks good if I do say so myself. And then that way I can prove that all the pieces were there. Should someone try to tell me that all of the pieces were not there. We're going to show the dowels here at the bottom. We're going to get it all. I'm telling you, that teapot where that lady tried to tell me I didn't send that top. The whole situation was sus anyways, and I had actually caught her in a fib. She had told me that it was for a friend, and that her friend had opened it and she couldn't find it. And in the next message, she's like, no, I looked through the box and I didn't see it. And I was like, I thought your friend that was in a different state got this. And she goes, oh no, I was there to open it. I'm like, so you drove to another state to help your friend open the box for the gift that you sent her? Okay. Sounds realistic. All right, and then we're going to try to get the bottom here too, because that's going to be the person that's like, I got this and it had a stain on the bottom. And I'm like, no, it didn't, because I took a picture of it. All right. Well, that is that. We probably should weigh this though, because this is going to be like a weird one to ship because of the length. All righty. And did I miss anybody over on the 2Bs? It's UBs. Did I miss you guys? No, I think we answered all those. Okay, perfect. Always take CYA pics. Oh, yeah, exactly. Yep. Okay, getting this in here and putting it in the old Target basket. All right, next thing we've got here. This is another really old item. So this is Mike Mulligan's steam shovel, an authentic wooden model of Mary Ann. I have no idea who this is or what this is, but it looks like a really old toy. And in my experience, those usually do pretty well. So let's see, is this already put together? What is this? This is the fun part about hard goods is you never really know what you're getting into. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, this is like a super old toy. Whoa. Okay. So this is like an old, wow. Yeah, this is wickedly old. Holy cow. Okay. So for something like this, that's open box like this, I'm going to take a picture of it and I'm going to make sure I include the box in the beginning, but I want people to see the item for the first listing. Do you guys usually do that with your stuff or do you take pictures of just the box? I usually do it like this. Put the item and that. Let's see, how does this work? So this goes down and then this is supposed to go. Gosh, I'm always so nervous I'm going to break something. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to leave it just like that. We're not going to mess with it. And the person that buys it can choose to put it up or down or do whatever happens with this thing. I'm going to, ooh, that might be better for the YouTubers, huh? That might be a little bit better. I don't know. Maybe? I don't know. We're going to see. Okay. So we're going to get a picture of this. We need to move you guys over a little bit, don't we? There we go. We're figuring out this new setup, kids. We're figuring it out. We're getting there. Thrifty, what is good? All right, so we're going to get a picture of this. I wonder what this is worth. Like, I would literally have zero idea. Mike Mulligan's steam shovel, an authentic wooden model of Marianne. Who's Marianne? Nobody knows. Or at least I don't know. Mike Mulligan, dig anything, anytime, any place. Wow, you don't see wooden toys. This reminds me of something from like Santa's workshop or something. All right, I need to get a picture of this inside here. Gosh, even the inside has like decorations, like it's decorated inside. Like there's little mechanical looking things. Like this guy is old, but in like ridiculously good condition. 1999. Yeah, this guy's been around a little while. All right. Let's see. All right. Let's get him in here. So my guess is maybe this was like originally a show or something from a long time ago, and then they redid it or something. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Hard goods, guys. It's always a mystery to me because I don't know so much of this stuff. I'm going to put them in here, and then I'll get pictures of the rest of the box here. Anybody recognize this? Anyone have any idea what this is? Mike Mulligan had a steam shovel, a beautiful red steam shovel. Her name was Marianne. Mike Mulligan was very proud of Marianne. He always said that she could dig as much in a day as 100 men could dig in a week. She rolls, she spins, she digs. Oh, it's from a classic children's story. All right. It is from a classic children's story, it says. We're going to get in here on the date, and then we're going to take pictures of all of the sides of this. Get down. There we go. And then this side here. What a wild thing. I actually think I remember the sale I got this at. Yes, I do. Okay, yep. I went to an estate sale. It was one of the first things I went to here in Texas. One of the very first sales I went to here. And I walk in and I could kind of already get the feel, skis, that like they probably were going to ask too much. It felt like that kind of thing, like someone's mom or dad was no longer here, and then the wife wanted to get rid of stuff. And that's right, they were moving and downsizing. So they were probably like in their, I don't know, late 50s, early 60s. And I'm looking around. I did find a Texas Instruments calculator that I paid $5 for. Made like, I don't know, $40 or something on that. And then I'm looking at everything else, and I just wanted way too much. So I go upstairs, and they've got all these toys that are like super overpriced. But then over in the corner, they had a whole bunch of like kind of older looking stuff like this. And this was one of the things I saw there. And I asked how much they wanted, and she only wanted like, I don't know, like $2 or $1 or something for it. And I was like, there's no way that that's not worth more than that. Now, I've never comped it. So shall we find out together if this is even worth anything? Because I have no idea. I was like, for $2, I'll, risk it for the biscuit. So let's see here. Oh, I need to get a picture of the front of this box without the thing in front of it too. So we'll do that real quick, and then we'll take a look at some comps for that. All right, so let's see. Mike Mulligan, what are you worth? Steam shovel. So it's a 60th anniversary. Wow. So originally this story would have came out. Let's see if it was a 90. What year did we say, guys? 99. So 1939 is when the original story was written. That's wild. Okay, there's one on Etsy. No price. One sold on WorthPoint. No price, unless I pay for that. So, this could be something interesting then. I always get excited when I see that the item has sold other places, but it sold a while ago. That's why you can't see the price. So if you guys ever go to, like, when you are looking up things and you're doing comps on it, if you see it like this where it's got the size of the item, of the pixels of the image, but it doesn't have the price, it just means it sold so long ago that that price is no longer stored in the earlier or more recent metrics, that it hasn't been for sale for a while. So there's one on Antiques Navigator. Whoa, guys, I think we might have a little banger here. I got a little bit of a field skis on that one. Let me go over to eBay. Mike Mulligan's Steam Shovel 60th anniversary toy. Yeah, I see the book. I don't see any of the toys, you guys. Snidely whiplash. Yeah, I don't see one for sale anywhere. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to do a little digging. Get it? I'm gonna have to do a little digging. Get it? To see what this is worth. I get excited, guys, when I can't find something easy like that. I get real excited on that because there is someone out there that this is going to be a memory for them that they have forgot about. They are going to see it. It is going to get unlocked, or someone's going to buy it for their husband because it was his favorite book, or his dad's favorite book when he was a kid, or his grandpa's favorite book. So I think we may be able to do a little something. Meg says she had that book. We're just going to say that. Remember putting it away. I worked in a library in high school. That's really interesting. Make sure you get pictures of all the sites. Thank you, Green Thrifty. Yes, I did do that. I definitely had to learn my lesson with hard goods that way. Yeah, check Terapeak back 3 years. I'll do that, Green Thrifty. When I get off of here, that's probably the first place I'll check back and see. I can always find out what it sold for on WorthPoint, but I don't pay for WorthPoint because honestly, I don't think it's worth it because I don't sell enough hard goods. But if you have an email address that you haven't used before, there is a little interesting 7-day trial that you can do as long as you remember to cancel before it's over. Ink. Yes, Terapeak is included with eBay Store, and I do have that. So, Vicki, what is good? Okay, what else do we got, guys? I need to get a couple more things. I'll be right back. I have to, because I got to get these things unless you want to brand me, babe. I got a couple other things. I wasn't sure if you were still in a meeting or not. Okay. Couple other things here we got. First thing is a Marvel Champions puzzle. They wanted 5. I paid 3. This is actually from my neighbor down the street. Again, I forgot to take off the... I'm really good about remembering to take it off clothing. Obviously, I need to work on remembering to take it off this stuff. I did comp this with you guys when we did our garage sale unboxing for the weekend 2 weekends ago. And I think it was like 30 or 40 bucks, if I remember correctly. So I was pleasantly surprised on that one. New inbox. This little weird Mike Mulligan steam shovel thing. Yeah. There is none for sale. It's a famous book from the 30s. This is a reprint of the 60th anniversary. And I can only see that one sold on Etsy like years ago. And then WorthPoint at some time. And there's none. At random. Yeah. Like that. Cha-ching, honey, wait, snidely whiplash, honey. Crimson Creation, what is good? All right, so let's get a picture of our Marvel champions here. We love Marvel. We love champions, or at least I love Marvel. Okay. Marvel is my favorite comic universe. However, my favorite comic character is actually the Batman. Like, I shouldn't just say character, I should say world within a universe is my favorite is Batman. Gotham, Joker, Batman, all that. Obsessed. Love it so much. Totally me. I am a massive, huge Tim Burton fan. And so obviously the original Batman is my favorite. And but I don't like the other rest. I don't like many other DC universe characters. But I like Batman. So Batman's my favorite world within a universe, and then my favorite universe would be Marvel. So I don't know why that would matter to any of you, but it's always fun to find out what people like. I don't know. What are you guys? Is anyone in here like a comic book person? Or I shouldn't even say comic book person because I don't really read comic books, but like, does anybody else like comic stuff and like, action stuff like that? I'm just interested. All right, then we're going to get a picture of the UPC. And then also if I can find the year. I don't know if I see the year on this. No, there's so many of these for sale though, and the comps are good on these, and a ton of these have sold. So I'm not too worried about it. Now here is a good example of when I will leave a price tag on. So the price tag here says it was $69.99. Now I am not going to sell this for $69. It'll probably sell for like $30 or whatever it costs for right now. So they're going to know that they're getting a huge deal. Now, if this price tag was lower than what I was going to sell it for, I would definitely take it off. Any thoughts on 686 transformer coat with removable sleeves? Whoa. Is it an FR? Like, do you mean transformer as in like electricity transformers or in like Transformers the movie? My son's middle name is Logan. First name, Nehemiah. Oh my goodness. Well, Thrifty, you're hitting all the feels because huge, gigantic Wolverine fans over here, number one. And number two, The Matrix is my husband's favorite, like his favorite trilogy of all time. We are huge, huge Matrix fans over here in our house, minus the brand new movie, which I fell asleep and refused to watch. Transformers, the movie. A transformer coat with removable sleeves. Wow. Is it? Oh, I'm just trying to. I gotta see this. Can you find this online? Transformer coat with removable sleeves. I mean, how rad is that? Oh yeah, all it's giving me is high vis stuff. Oh, here we go. Scorpion transformer jacket. Let's see. No. Great. I have no idea. Have you like Google Lensed it? I mean, that's got to be wild. Is it in an adult size or a kid size? Wild. Yeah, that coat sounds wild. Oh, it's Bumblebee. Whoa. I mean, if you Google Lens it, what do you get for can you see any other ones online? Because a lot of stuff like that, whenever I have got like Transformer stuff, it's usually like a movie release for the theater. I haven't seen many high quality things like that, like a coat with removable sleeves. I haven't seen that out in the wild. So that's got to be like something special, or it was like a collab with a company. No, I haven't seen this exact coat. Dated 2014. Whoa. What size is it? Is it like a men's size, or because that's got to be worth some money? I mean, that's got to be like $100, I would imagine, for something like that. Like if I can sell a 2007 Transformers movie release shirt for $40, I imagine a coat's got to be at least $100. Oh, it's a youth large. Youth's gonna make it tough. Yeah, that makes it tough then. So youth large, if it was a youth XL, you could claim it was a men's extra small, but with being a youth large, I mean, maybe 50 bucks, maybe. You have to find the right buyer for that though. Kids clothes like that are hard to find or hard to sell because you have to find the parent that's willing to spend that on their kid, knowing their kid's going to grow. Age of Extinction came out in 2014. Yep, it did. So it's not technically old enough. I mean, you could almost get away with calling it a post Y2K. 15 is really the cutoff for that. You paid $7 for it. Yeah. So if you paid $7 for it, I mean, you're going to make your money. I would start it probably, depending on the condition of it, I would probably start it somewhere in the 50 range. I'd probably do like 49 and just leave it up. See if you get any hits. Make sure you put the name of the Transformer movie and any of the actors' last names or any of that down in your descriptions and just see. And then check the measurements on it too, because if you can pair it with a men's extra small, then you might be able to get away with saying it's a youth, but then in the descriptions also putting men's extra small. I do that with like polo shirts. So the place that I got all of my measurement metrics, and I have this saved to an album in my phone. It's a website called, and this is just an actual company, so don't use their stock images, but it's a company called Shelfies. And if you go over to Shelfies, you can go through and screenshot all of their measurements for all the different kinds of clothing. So if that jacket fits somewhere in the range of, if the chest is 17, the waist is 15, and the height is 25, you could also in the description put men's extra small. But otherwise, youth large is tough. So I would say that. I mean, for $7, it's a super score. The inside is pictures of comic books. So that helps a little bit. That helps a lot of it. Go higher. I feel like I remember a comic book print inside the jacket. Yeah, if it's got a comic book print inside of it and it's got that cool look to it, you could probably go a little bit higher than that. You might be able to get closer to like maybe started at about 65 and see something. It's ticking something in my brain says Green Thrifty. Yeah, maybe start it like around 65 and see if you get any nibbles. That's what I would do. Something in there. Now, I haven't seen the jacket. I'm just giving you unsolicited advice here because who really knows I don't know. I'm just going off the top of my head of what I think you could maybe get for it, especially because we are going into winter. So you could do like, winter coat, movie release, Michael Bay. I mean, there's a lot of things you could put down in there to probably get it to pop. I'm surprised you can't find 2014. I'm surprised you can't find it on a Google image search because it seems like wherever it was sold, it would have been like on their website. Question. Does the tag actually say Transformers or is it a different company and it's like a collab thing? Because if it actually says Transformers on it, then you definitely are going to be able to get the higher end. If it's a company that just happened to collab and put it out and it was like, Wally World or a Target release, you probably can't get as much. But if they sold it at like a higher end store and it actually said Transformers, then you probably could. I'll take a video of it, post it. Yeah, I'm really interested in it, Auntie, actually. As being, a nerd that likes all that kind of stuff, I'm into it. It says Transformer 686. See, and that's what makes me feel like it's a collab. We're investigating together, right? 686 clothing. So that's what makes me feel like it's a collab. Yeah, so 686 helps you create products. Our gear spans winter outerwear. Okay, yeah. So I had a feeling it was going to be a collab, which is great. That's not bad. If 686 is a higher end company too, looks like they do coats, streetwear. Yeah, you might be able to get more for it then, actually. Let's see. What is their main? Let's see what a jacket. Let's just see what a jacket goes for. Oh, yeah. See, and they have collaborations on here. So that tells you that they are a company that collabs with other companies. Let's just see. Yeah, so they collab with Merino. Let's go to all apparel. We're going to go to jackets. I know we're stopping pictures for a second, but I am just curious on this. Yeah, so their coats and stuff are pretty high end. So we're looking at 140, 150, 170, 76 for a hoodie, 119 for like a Gore-Tex pullover. So the other thing is this might have been a release where they only did it in youth sizes for this movie at that time. So I would do a little research, Auntie, on the 686, see what those jackets in youth are going for, and then also take in consideration that it's Transformers. You might be able to get a little bit more for it if it's a collab with a good company. Now, if it's a collab with not a good company that has like cheap items, if it was like a Target True in Time release / Transformers collab or something, it's not going to be worth as much. But that looks like a pretty nice company. So yeah, 686 is high end. I would definitely say it is 100% for sure. Very, very high quality. Looks like they specialize in Gore-Tex. Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? This is why we do this together, so we can learn things together. All right. Next thing we've got here is a Christmas item. Ding, 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 ding. I have no idea if this is broken or not. I got this at a garage sale for $2. It was a young kid and his sister selling grandma's old items. Probably grandma was probably like, whatever you can sell out of the garage. If you make any money, it's yours to spend. Don't spend it all at the candy store at one place. So I know that Fitz and Floyd is a good brand. They do like sell higher quality decorations for holidays. So, and I know that this is vintage. This is like an early 2000s. So we are about to see what the condition is together. Whoop, don't you fall. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. All right. So we got a little reindeer guy. Looks like you put a candle in it. And I don't see anything wrong with him. And then let's look at his brother here. Brother looks like brother is in great condition. All right. Look at that. All right. Now, there used to be candle wax in here. I'm going to get that out really easily by using one of my favorite products in the entire world, which is Goo Gone. Do I have anyone else in here that's as obsessed with Goo Gone as I am? This stuff works for everything. Yeah, you're welcome, Auntie. Thanks for everybody chipping in and everybody taking a second to look. I think it's on Smile Store, but has no price on Transformer Autobot jacket. Oh, that's interesting. Asire says that maybe on Amazon. So that's a great place to look too, because it'll usually say like no longer available or out of stock. But if you go on there, you can find the original exact name of what the item was. And then that's how you know how to list it in eBay. Because what happens is someone will probably find that on the Smile Store. It'll say out of stock. They will copy and paste. They'll copy the title and then they'll just paste it into eBay. And so if you can put it word for word, then the search engine can pick up on that. All right. So we're just going to use a little Goo Gone here. And we're going to get these guys all shined up here. Man, I love Goo Gone. I mean, it's just such a great thing. It literally takes everything off everything. So just getting all the old little candle wax off. So I'm going to be able to ask way more for it if it doesn't have any old stuff in it. I have no idea what these are worth, you guys. I have literally zero metric. These could be a $10 item. With it being Fitz and Floyd, I doubt that. If I had to guess, I'd probably say, oh man, I don't even know. I'm probably going to be way wrong. Maybe $50, maybe, would be my guess. Man, I'm either really on or really off. I don't sell enough of this kind of stuff to like really get a, perfect guess. So that looks good there. And we got to get Rudolph here. We got to get you all shined up, Rudolph. It's listed as a 686 boys Transformer Autobot jacket. Perfect. So that's that's exactly how I would list it then. Like a 686 boys Transformer Autobot jacket, Bumblebee, removable sleeve, youth, large. And then down in your description, of course, you want to put that again. You guys also, I'm sure most of you do this, but you guys do know that you should be putting the title that you put up in your titles on eBay or other sites. You know that that's supposed to go down in your description as well, right? Because search engines pull from 3 different places. They're pulling from your title, they're pulling from your description, and they're pulling from your item specifics. So if you have that title, if you have the words like how the search engine wants it up in the title and in the description, it just pops you up higher over everyone else because you have it twice. It's 2 places for the search engine to find it. So I don't know if everyone knows that, but so what I do is when I type my name of my item into eBay, I copy it. And then when I get down to description, I paste it. You'll see this in every listing I have, except for really, really old ones that I haven't fixed yet. But you put it down and then I break it up. So it's not just one long word. I make it sound like I put a breath in between things. So it's like, you know, Transformer jacket, boys, you know, this, and you would like go down. If you look at my listings, you'll know what I'm talking about. I don't know if anybody knows that. Auntie says I do it that way. Yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it. In fact, back in the day, in the description, it would automatically just put that title, whether you were doing it on mobile or computer. Computer might still do that. I don't know. Mobile doesn't. And that was your description, your item, way back in the day before they allowed you to put 1,000 words down there. All right, that looks great. They look shiny. So what we're going to do is we are going to put the box behind the guys, because that's not a new, you know, Father Christmas reindeer candle holders. All right, what side looks better? That looks pretty good. All right, so we're going to put that there. I like my Lazy Susan for this too, because it'll kind of elevate the item so you can see the box along with the item. Get out all the little yuckies. All right, and then how do we want to make these guys look? You guys are so handsome. And does one look, let's see, this one looks this way a little bit. So we'll have him looking at him. Yeah, we'll call that good. Yeah, I'm not seeing any. Let's see, that's just styrofoam. Yeah, these are like, Grandma Edna took good care of these. I don't know if her name was Edna, but it sounds good. All right, let's get a picture of this. And I am curious what these would comp for. I have no metric on this whatsoever. So we're about to find out. Got to adjust exposure a little bit. And let's take a look here. How does that look? It looks kind of busy. Looks kind of busy. We're going to bring these guys out, I think. I don't think I want to set them up on top because it's going to make the picture too long. But maybe just bringing these guys out a little bit. Let's take a look. Because I feel like that just looks, I don't like that either. Let's have him looking, you know what? We'll do it like this. We'll do it like this. This is me doing hard goods, guys, versus me doing clothing. All right. Oh, yeah, that looks great. Hey, guys, how's it going? You look extremely handsome. Nice to meet you. Hey, nice to meet you. You want to shake a paw? Nice to meet you. Look at you. Look at your little nose. You're so cute. You're so cute. All right, and then we're going to do some measuring of these. Bust out Peepaw's ruler here. And get some measurements. Very nice, very nice. You guys look extremely handsome. Very, very handsome. Santa would be impressed by your prowess. Get a picture of the inside so people can see that these are clean. All right, and then we're going to get a picture of the bottom of these guys. Charity's going to be so careful because I am not the most gentle human. This is me doing this kind of stuff. I also got an MK coat from the same place for $20. Love it. Couple of Sears Roebucks Pearl Snap flannels. Boom. Love that. Kit Kat, K Ross, good to see you guys. All right, let's get the bottom here of this dude. On Dasher and Dancer, and Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? All right, is this your house? Is this your house or is this your brother's house? I can't tell now. This is what it's like when you live a life like me. You forget to find out how things got put together. Feels about right there. You fit in here. Nightmare story. So last year I got this gigantic, I had no business getting it because this is back when I was just doing hard goods. So it was like not last Christmas, but the Christmas before, I had bought this gigantic, and I guess it wasn't Christmas, I guess it was like March, but I bought this gigantic nativity set, and the box was like this big, and there was like 30 characters in it. I opened it up, I took them all out, I set them all up, and then I went to put them back in the box, and I'm like, I have no idea how to put these back in. I probably spent 2 hours trying to figure out how to load those back in because the person that owned it before me had wrote the names down in the thing of like, this is Joseph, this is Mary Wiseman, but they weren't right. Because that's how I tried to put it back together. I'm thinking, oh, you know, this is the, you put the baby Jesus here, you put the, you know, the wise men here, and I like it where everyone should have gone, but the person had put the wrong names in. So I had to like ignore the names. Oh my gosh, it took so long. I think I made $15 in profit on that thing, and I spent so many hours on it. So, woo boy. Now when I get something that's got lots of pieces, I definitely take note. Okay. So then I also, whenever I do these kind of things, I usually take a picture of them in their protectiveness because people want to know, like, we have all seen how some people ship items. I've seen like delicate antiques put in poly mailers with like some tissue stuffed in there. So not everybody is going to be as careful as we are. So I like to show that everyone is going to be well protected in their environment. All right, let's get them back in here. We're going to do this oh so very carefully because I do not want to break these absolutely gorgeous things. Let's see. Probably goes like this. That feels right. And then you need to get in here. That feels right. Perfect. Oh my gosh, guys, I did it and I didn't break any of them. Woo! I don't have delicate, nice things around my house. Not because I have toddlers that would disturb them, because I have my own self that would disturb them. So we're going to get a picture of the box now. Show all the sides of that. And box. The box is even in good shape. Grandma Edna was on it, man. She's probably like, you sold my Fitz and Floyd for $2. I want my $2. All right, I'm gonna get, oh, yeah, 2003. So it is a vintage, baby. Yeah, baby. Okay, let's see if we can Google image this and just get any sort of idea what we're gonna get on this. All right, let's see. I was guessing like $40. Fitz and Floyd. Whoa. Oh. Wait, what? Are you kidding me? Okay. Okay. So here's a set for $275. Um, what? Oh my goodness. Yep, here was one that sold a long time ago for $125. When you have a banger and you don't even know, I literally was like $40. Oh, Edna's grandkids are busted. They're cooked. Oh my gosh. Charity, just realizing why I exclusively do hard goods. I just can't find this stuff at garage sales as easily as I can clothes. Like, dude, you can't be serious. Wow. Okay. Well, and there you have it, folks. Charity, you're going to carry this so carefully over to the floor. So carefully. All right. I've got 2 of these, but I think I'm going to have to hang these. Justin said that these guys are going to the World Series or something. I don't know nothing about baseball except for $8 brewskis or $12 brewskis and really delicious little ice cream things you get and eat with the wooden spoon and the 7th inning stretch. That's what I know about baseball games. So this is a Derek Jeter Windcraft Sports Yankees 2001 flag. And then this is a 2000 New York Mets. So say Mets World Series Subway Series flag. But we're going to have to hang those on our other little board because I don't think I can do them justice here. So I'm in shock on those reindeer. I had no idea. I knew Fitz and Floyd was a good brand, but I didn't realize it was like that good of a brand. So I will definitely oh no, Auntie, the flags, no, I wouldn't sell them together. They're two totally different things. But thank you for saying something. Derek Jeter was my first pretend sports boyfriend. Hella, I love that. You know who I liked when I was little? Didn't turn out to be a very good situation. But I was so in love with Jose Canseco from the A's. I thought he was so handsome. When I was like 10 years old, I remember so every year, short story break, every year at my school, my middle school and my elementary school, if you got on the honor roll or if you got straight A's in elementary school, you got 4 sets of tickets to go see the Mariners play at a place called the Kingdom, which doesn't exist anymore. And I'm such a perfectionist. I was always on the honor roll and I always, got my straight A's to get these tickets because the reason I wanted to get them so bad was because growing up, we didn't have any money. And so getting to go to Seattle and take the ferry and go to these games was like a really, really huge deal. I mean, this was like vacation for me. The only other vacations I took really when I was little was we went camping. So like this was like a huge deal for me. And I just remember always trying to get tickets for when the Mariners played the A's because they'd put Jose Canseco up on, well, now it's like the Jumbotron, but that back then it was the little screens. And I'd just be like, oh, Mom, he's so handsome. Oh, my goodness. Not a sports fan, but I had a huge crush on Kirk Cameron. Okay, Thrifty. I have decided that you and I have lived the same life. I don't know how this has happened, but Kirk Cameron was my first movie star crush, who then got exchanged in for Leonardo DiCaprio when I saw him on the very first episode of Growing Pains and I fainted in the hallway. That's so funny. Oh, my gosh. So anyways, yes. Yes, he was handsome before the juice. I know, such a bummer. I hate to see that kind of stuff. Okay. All right. We're going to do, we got two more items. Three more. We got three more items, guys, and then I'll let you go here. Thanks for hanging out with me too. I'm having fun. All right. So we got another sticker on here. So we got to break out the old heater here. We got to break out the old Derek heater. Get it? Derek heater. Got to get this tag off here. We're going to put it on high. Woo! She's cooked. She's cooking, boys. She's cooking, boys. So this is another one of those really old wooden ship. Old wooden ship. I can think of so many phrases from that movie, but you can't say them. Oh, okay. The best one, though, is Baxter, did you eat an entire wheel of cheese? I'm not even angry. I'm just impressed. Baxter with his little headgear braces and his little pajamas. I mean, come on. You can't get much cuter than that. Good gravy. Love me some Baxter. All right, let's just peel this off. See? Boom, guys. Every time. Love it on that heat gun. All right, so we're going to get this put up here. We got to get our Fitz and Floyd little doohickey. What is this styrofoam? I couldn't think of the name of styrofoam. Oh, yeah, Thrifty, even I, man. We have a lot in common. All right, so we're going to get a picture here of this old wooden chip. We're going to do pictures of all the box because as we were reminded, we want to make sure we're getting every corner of every box, of every nook and every crate. So this is Captain Kidd pirate ship. Man, if I had the even remote time, patience, or delicate nature to make this thing, I would. Because y'all know I'm totally obsessed with like pirates, anything pirate. My nickname is Cherry Pirate, the Irate Pirate. Like, I'm a big fan. I got major amounts of piratey tattoos. Yeah. All right. So let's see. What do we got in here? Oh, what is all this? Whoa, we got a whole bunch of stuff in here, kids. What is this? We have a bag from Hobbytown, USA, where hobbies begin. What is all of this? Whoa. All right. So we got, this is all going to be dead stock too. Heck yeah. So we got paintbrushes. Yeah, let me move you guys back over a little bit here. Sorry about that. There we go. We got paintbrushes. You know it's old when these are $1.79. We got fast tape masking tape. We've got Model Master Gold paint. We've got Testors enamel paint in white. These are all brand new too. Testors enamel in black, red, silver, flat olive, wood color. And we got a glue. And what color is this? Flat green. And a really old Hobbytown USA bag, which weirdly enough, I will actually comp because you never know when stuff like that's worth something. And I think this is all got to be brand new. Like the person, I'm trying to tell if that's been opened. Nope. Oh, so this is all brand new. So I'm assuming they bought this for this ship, but I don't think that this ship came with all of this. So what do we got in here? We got like got all the masks. We got this. Oh, we got a couple little pieces here, but I don't think they put this together. See, this right here, this is my actual personal nightmare, guys, is trying to figure out what came with something. Because this doesn't have instructions in it. So I think maybe they opened this, but then didn't actually build it. So this is the ship part with the rudders. I think the sails are gone. I think the sails are gone on this. So what I'll probably do is, oh, unless these are the sails. Oh no, these are the sails. Just kidding. These are the sails. I thought this was a container. These are the sails. So you cut this out, the plastic, and then you paint it. Whoa, guys, I am out of my element here. I am way out of my element. Hey, husband, I need your opinion. So I've got this Captain Kidd pirate ship. You want to just come take a look? We're trying to figure this out. What is your guys's, my dang, Amarillo job has to get in the way of watching. Oh no, Vicky! Nurse is here. Nurse, I'm in my own personal HE double hockey sticks trying to figure out hard goods. Oh. So this is a ship thing. It came with this. It came in this box. And then it came with this. I can't tell if this is, if you're supposed to cut these out and this is the sails, or if this had sails in it, like that were cloth. There's no instructions. It all looks really new. Like this one has never been open for sure. And then this one I don't think has been open, no, but it did have a couple little pieces floating around. So they must have fallen, like they broke off over time or something. I'm just gonna, oh yeah, I'm just gonna put them back in there. So, and then it's got these, which I'm assuming you must, because I can't imagine this came with paper. Guys, I'm so out of my element on this. Models are hard. I don't buy them unless they're new for missing pieces. It looks new. I mean, this is all sealed. Oh, whoa, where'd that flag come from? Is there a hole in that? How'd that flag come out?
It's sitting on top of it.
Oh, I'm just popping back in. You fell out somewhere. So, I mean, I'll probably just discount it down quite a bit because I don't know. I mean, when it comes to this kind of stuff, I don't know, man. This is like such a, you know what I'll do? I'll see if I can find another one online and see if someone's opened it. No instructions. It did come with another bag though with all these paints I'm going to be able to sell. I
feel like those sales, would have been in that.
Yeah, but they look on the picture here, it almost looks like it's plastic that they painted because they're hard like these would be. So we're going to do this. Oh, by the way, those reindeer things. Are you ready? Oh
yeah, no, that's what these are.
That's what they are. Okay. I'm like, I need a man. Honey, those Fitz and Floyd's. $275.
Based.
Someone's grandma's mad.
Yeah.
So that looks like, okay, it is then. All right, let me Google image this. That's what I thought too.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right. My goodness, you guys, this is me trying to photograph something besides Levi's. Okay. So let's see if we can find, oh yeah, there's this, it's definitely not worth that much. This is only worth like $22 on eBay. So it's definitely not worth me stressing. There's a brand new one for $39. Okay. So I'm just going to sell it as it is. I'm going to take pictures of all this, make it like $15 or something, because I don't think any of this has been opened. At least it doesn't look like it has to me. And I'm pretty picky about saying things are new. So we're going to take pictures of all of it.
You know what else?
And we're going to leave this to someone else to figure out that isn't me.
You know what else is crazy about this one? There's a chance you get this exact rematch this year.
Really? Oh, who's on there? Is it Yankees versus Mets?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Someone was like, don't sell them together. I'm like, okay, I got that. I'm like, guys, you're on the adventure with me right now. Because like I said, I don't do this stuff very often. However, what's crazy about this is I bought this thing for $2, right?
Mhm.
But it has this entire bag of dead stock paints.
They make
So
it
these
more,
paints are going to be worth more than that this kit is. So that's kind of a cool little bonus.
Yeah,
thing.
see which would be worth more.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to sell it with the paints. That's for somebody else to. They can buy their own paints.
Oh, the paints aren't included.
No, the paints were something that they bought.
Oh, cool.
Like, and then they never put this together because the bag was in the ship. Like, they went to the hobby store and they're like, oh, I gotta get paints for that ship, and then they didn't get them. So I'll comp the paints. If the paints aren't worth a whole bunch, then I suppose I could include that in with it. Let's just see, guys. Should we see what these paints are worth and just see if it's anything? They have UPCs, so I might as well pop over to eBay and just see. This is why it takes me so long to do hard goods, is because I am like, it's so many things to look up, and I don't know anything about any of this. Yeah, so it looks like these are normally about $4 a piece. Okay, here's this one, but free shipping. So they're about $3 a piece. So maybe I'll just include these paints in.
Headed to the post office. Gonna swing by the store real quick. Do anything?
What do we have for dinner? What are we having tonight?
I was gonna pick up stuff for pho. So.
Pho tonight? Oh, I feel like some meat. I want like meat. I know. I kind of want steak again, though. Is that weird? It's not a mistake. What about, honey? What about a little steak with some rosemary and some garlic? And then what about like some green beans on the side with a little finishing salt and something else to go with it? Maybe like maybe like a little mashed potato with a little gravy. Oh, she wants dangerous things tonight. Honey, I need to get up my energy. I've got garage sailing tomorrow. Right? That's how I'm going to get steak. Let me see a close-up of that sheet of white. Yeah. So these are the sales for sure. You're supposed to cut them out and they become the sales. So I'm going to get steak. All right. I think I'm going to include these paints because why not? It's just going to encourage someone to sell this, and then I don't have to do an additional listing. So we will mix them up. Why not, right? It's our business. We can make our own choices, right? Let's do it, guys. Let's live wildly. Let's live wildly and put all of the paints in here that they're going to need to make this ship. Ooh, pork chops. Oh, man, I haven't had pork chops in a long time. I like the pork chops. The ones I like are the ones that are like the super thickies. I know if we have any like VEGANs in here, people are probably like, oh, but I don't eat red meat very often. I'm not really a big pork person, but I do like those sticky pork chops. But every once in a while, my body is just like, girl, you need it. So, and I've craved it twice this week, probably because I was sick last week. My body's like trying to like get some going. Thrifty wants us a steak now too. It's like you put the rosemary and the butter in the pan with the garlic, and then you get it all seared on the outside. And then Justin always makes this incredible sauce. He like reduces down. He does like what are those called? Shallots. He puts like shallots and butter and all sorts of other things in. I can't cook, you guys. So he does it. But he puts that and he reduces it down, and then a little horseradish on the side with a little lightly steamed green beans with a little finishing kosher salt on the top of it, and then maybe a little creamy mashed potatoes, hand mashed, of course, because it's delicious, with a little bit of sour cream in them, and then a little bit of gravy on that. Ooh, boy. Rosemary in the garden. Yeah, I have a rosemary to actually plant out in the garden. I have a rosemary growing in my arrow garden, but my basil and parsley have like totally taken it over. All right, we're just mixing all these up, guys. We're just mixing them up. They've been sitting for a long time. Melly Mel, how is Melly Mel today? What is Melly Mel doing on this Friday? Ooh, I almost hit a note. Did you guys hear that? I almost hit a note. All right, so we got gold. We got some glue. We're going to get a picture of all of this here. And I think we're just going to sell this all together because why not? Why not? I always say, why not? All right, get a picture of all of these. Perfect. All right. And then we'll just include all of those in. Oh, I also got this stuff. We're just going to put all this together. We'll put this in there too. Because I do not, I'm going to take a little price tag off this one. I do not want to have to list this stuff separate. That just sounds like an actual nightmare. So we're just going to list it all together. Perfect. Wonderful. Look at that. Someone's going to get the deal of a lifetime. I'm also going to comp this Hobbytown USA bag. And we're just going to even see. Hobbytown USA totally reminds me of the Christmas movie with Reed Down. And I'm like, snow in, what town is it? I'm like, where it's like, I'm Mr. Heat Miser. I'm Mr. Sun. I'm Mr. Warm Outside. I'm Mr. 101. They call me Heat Miser. Whatever I touch starts to melt in my clutch. I'm too much. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? What is the name of that town? Where they're like, it can't snow in snow. Like, oh my goodness. Yeah, don't forget the brush. Thank you, Linz. I caught that last second. All right, let's see if this Hobbytown USA bag is worth anything. Let's see. No, I don't see anything. I'm gonna look in eBay anyways. Ready? I can't even say it. I can't say it out loud because it sounds so ridiculous. All right. No laughing. Hobbytown USA vintage bag. I just snorted. My eBay is searching. It's like, excuse me? No, there isn't one. Okay. I was like, yeah, it's worth it. Worth a look. We're just going to put all of this right back in here because you know what? If it was safe in this bag for the last 20 years, it's probably going to be safe in this bag for another 20 more. All right, put that in there. Moving right along. I'm glad we found those paints. Otherwise, that would have been way too much work for just one item. But with all those paints and this, I should be able to get probably like $40 or something for it. All right. Next thing we've got here is pretty gosh darn cool, if I do say so myself. This is a Big Bird cake pan in the box. So you'll see a lot of these like Wilton cake things in old vintage ones like Care Bears, Barbie, stuff like that. But very rarely do you find one in a box. This is one of the first box ones I've ever seen that wasn't just like a generic teddy bear or something. So this is from, what year is this from? Anybody else love Big Bird and stuff? I love it, guess. And love their relationship. I think they're so cute. Yeah, I don't even see a year. Okay, so we're gonna get a picture of, and I'm sure this has never been used. Yeah, it still has the instructions and everything. So we're just gonna get a picture of it still inside the box, and then we'll get a picture of it outside the box because this is a 100% unused dead stock item. The box has a little bit of wear, but I mean, for how old this is, you probably pretty much just assume that's going to be like that. Okay. Big Bird, let's get a picture of you and your big, beautiful face. So adorable. Love me some Big Bird. 100%. Man, I miss the old Sesame Street. The new one's fine, but like, I just miss the old characters like Maria and Luis, and I don't know. I'm a purist when it comes to stuff. I always like the older versions of everything. I don't know. Maybe it's a nostalgia thing. Maybe it's just because it was better quality, but oh yeah, he's brand new. You got to just get his little dust out here. He's got a couple of dusties here and there. A couple little dusties. Let's get you out of there. We don't need you in there. Did I miss anything, guys? That's a cake decorating nightmare. Yeah, no doubt, right? Glad it's not me making it. But man, it would be cute. Does it smell weird? No, it smells good. I always smell older stuff like this because sometimes it'll get that like really bad smell. And I'll put like a little of the antimicrobial Febreze on a napkin or a paper towel and then just kind of go around it just to make sure I'm getting all of the like things off. This just has been sitting in a box in a garage. So it's got like a few little like crusties on it. But all right, perfect. I'll show the instructions. We'll show the box. So box. Big Bird. I've got a, let's see if he'll sit on the stand. Sorry for the noise, kids. Nope, you don't like that one. Where's my other one? I have another one that it might work better on. Let's see. I don't know. I have a stand that has like a foldable foot that works really well for this stuff, but I don't see it. We're going to bust out the shoe ones and see if that'll work. Maybe, sort of, kind of. What if I do two? What if I do two, Big Bird? Will you cooperate with me if I do two? Stay. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. So it looks like this says 1977 on it. So this is definitely an old. Oh boy. You know what else is from 1977 that's awesome? This girl right here. See? All right. And then we're going to show the instructions to outline and fill. This definitely has like a little bit of dust on it. Let's just de-dust that. I'm going to de-dust and de-dust this one. Yeah, 1977, baby. It's a good year. All right, so the instructions, they're a little bit discolored, but I mean, hello. I mean, I'm from 1977. I'm a little bit discolored too. All right, I'm going to pop this in here and we'll get a weight on it. And I probably actually am going to put a little measurement thing on this one too, just to see. So let's get this one. That's longer than our peepaws. This will just help me to know for shipping on the box. And they can know for the size of the cake pan too. Alrighty. It's interesting because I know I can make probably more on some of the hard goods stuff, but I really like doing clothes. I mean, I love doing vintage stuff like this. When I can find vintage stuff, it's good. But when it's just like new everyday stuff, I'm like, meh, it's fine. It's just not as exciting. All right. And then the last one we have is another kind of banger. So this is a Sesame Street cookie decorating kit. And I don't believe this has been used. The plastic has obviously been opened on one end though. Is anyone missing? Oh yeah, it must have been used. Yeah, this one has been used because it's missing the, must have been like the flavor, like the, what do you want to call it? What do you call that thing you put like frosting in, the frosting bag thing or whatever? So it looks like this is supposed to come, because if you look at the tray, it looks like it's supposed to come with like the frosting. So that would be the frosting bag that was there. And then the tips. Now, that being said, someone that's buying this is buying this because it's the cutout things are Sesame Street, old vintage Sesame Street. They're not buying it because of the bag. In fact, you're probably better off using a newer bag and tips anyways, because they probably work way better. So we will get a picture of the box first, and then a picture of all of the things here. And I'm going to leave the plastic as it is. I don't want to take it off because that helps it to look shiny. But let's see. I told you guys I used those shoe things for more than just shoes. It always seems to be the thing I go for because it always seems to be the one that works. All right, I'm going to put this around and get the back area here. All right. And we're going to get these guys here in all of their handsomeness. The little thing. That's cute. It's got Cookie Monster. It's got Bert. It's got Ernie. It's got the Count. One cookie. It's got Big Bird. And it's got Oscar the Grouch. That was my really terrible impression of Sesame Street characters. All right, I'm going to flip these over so that they can see that they're not missing anything or anything's melted. So cute. Yeah, I think this is a 77 as well. So someone had a kid that's the same age as me. Okay, and then we're going to show in the instructions that it shows you how to do all of the things, and that you're going to need new tips, and you're going to need a bag for decorating, pastry bag and the tips, which most people are going to have that, or you can get one for such an inexpensive price now. Like I said, the pastry bags from back then, my guess is it probably would have had a really weird smell to it. So the person's going to be way better off with this. All right, now we will take a measurement of the box. And this is less for the person and more for me, but still good for the person. So I'm going to put this together here. And then measure the box with the little ruler. If you guys said anything and I missed it, I'll go ahead and take a look here in just a second. I just want to get these measurements down. And then one of the things that I always do when I've got something where I really want to keep the plastic on is just be a little proactive with the situation and put the saran wrap. Now, I also don't want these to come out in the box. No, they'll stay. So as long as I wrap this together, those guys are not going to go anywhere. So we're just going to wrap this around right now and keep this plastic on there because it just helps it to look newer. I know sometimes it's just a matter of mildly tricking the eyeball to believe something, even if you know it's not new. Just being able to unwrap this and take off the saran wrap makes your mind believe that it's new. So it's like those weird little tricks we tell ourselves. It's like, I might as well do it now because you know I'm going to have to do it when I go to ship this because I don't want them coming off. All right, get our scissors and cut this guy. And then in the words of the Muppets, how appropriate, moving right along. Okay, get this here. And perfect. That way when the person goes to unwrap it, it feels like it's a newer item than it actually is. Can you just stay there? Thank you very much. Okay. All right. That is everything in the hard goods for me, minus those two flags, which I am going to have to hang up to do. So thanks, you guys. We hung out together. I think this is the longest one I've ever done. Thank you for the 5,000 hearts. So piping bag. Thank you, Auntie. Could not think of the name of it. Yeah, dollar store has it for sure. Bet, good to see you. Guys, thank you. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for helping with the information. Thank you for helping me struggle bust through the hard goods. You know it's not my niche or forte, but I hope I did a good job. And I will see you guys tomorrow evening then. So I should be garage sailing tomorrow. There isn't any online yet. I just checked as of this morning. Maybe there is now. But I didn't see a whole bunch, but that doesn't mean I won't be going to them because normally I just kind of like find one or two of them and then I just go to tangents along the route. So hopefully we'll get some good stuff tomorrow. It's probably going to be winding down between now and like February. It'll be a little less items, maybe, knock on wood, hopefully not, because your girl does not want to have to go to the bins or anything like that. She does have a garage full of hoarded items, so I think she'll probably be good. So thanks, you guys. Have a wonderful, productive, and amazing Friday. And thanks for hanging out. Bye, everybody. All righty. And thanks again for everybody joining us on the old YouTube. I appreciate you guys. Mwah. See y'all tomorrow night.